So today is officially the 8th day, but also very likely the last day for activity. So there is no more evening chanting. But anyway, we will chant the salutation before we continue the sharing. Arahang Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivatemi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. Okay, let's pay respect to Pajama. Buddhang Pujami. Dhammang Pujami. Sanghang Pujami. Okay, yeah, can we sit? Okay, since Jupolian is not back yet, we will continue with the sharing first. Who is next?
Suki Hoto, Kalanavitas. Other day also. Yeah, a lot of thank yous. Thank you, Brother Teo, for having retreats every year. It was one of the main growth spurts I had every year during cultivation. Every time I go through a retreat, a lot of changes. My character goes through a lot of changes. It's very conducive, and I think it is because of everyone who participate. I learned a lot, like from what Kalun say, from interactions, observation, playing a part, playing my role, and also the classes, obviously, and the reading of the book. On my own, I wouldn't get through the whole book. So at least every retreat, cover to cover. And then, yeah, so thank you all Kainamitas for being who you are, for having created such a honest and safe place to cultivate here together. Yeah, let's all cultivate towards freedom from suffering.
Thank you. Next one, Brother Song. Oh, Alicia, hi, me.
，Brother，谢谢你这个 retreat，这一次真的是很不一样。在in terms of the teaching，Brother，你apply 了很多这个 Dharma in the daily life 里面去，哇，让我看到了，第一次看到哇 ，Dharma 是这样子在 daily 里面的怎样的去 apply。也这样子的才哇，更让我觉得 heedfulness 这个heedfulness 是非常的重要。如果没有 heedfulness 就做不到，如果做不到就不能够有这种 understanding，然后会有这种的 wisdom。然后就这一次，然后又跟 Brother 有时我们在谈的时候，我又发现到一定要去 determine 的去 cultivate 这个 daily mindfulness。对，所以我自己也每天 make 这是 aspirations。所以我自己是我一有时间，我就我去 aware 我的这个那个眨眼。
That one very important.
因为这个
when you blink your eye, very few people can be aware. But when I look at you, the awareness look, any of you blink, I know.
所以当然在 daily 里面在课程里面有 duty 的时候就 fully 的去去做那个 duty， 但是当我一得空，我一在走路的时候，我都尽量的去 aware 回。对，有时那个 thought 来跑掉了不用紧，然后一 aware 了以后就再拉回来。 这个就让我想到我以前刚开始做sati的那个做 bowing 的 training，
对，
这个会这个aware of 这个 ice bringing 的这个会比较 deep 的这个这个讲讲的 cultivation， 那让我每一天都一直拉我自己回来，拉我自己回来，所以也会看到，开始看到有一点不一样，但是觉得只要再回去再 continue
对，
然后再有 faith 的去做的话，我相信这个是可以做到的，
做得到的，做得到，
然后也在这个因为这次的课程看到哇，我们很像一个 family 这样，哇，每一个人真的是都一直的互相的去 support，尤其在duty 方面，哇，看到很多人都很多的brother sister 都跑来厨房里面都是来帮忙，然后大家一有什么都一直的互相的去 support each other，哇，真的是看到真的是不一样，
不一样，
还有就每一次尤其我这几年，我每一次上这种 retreat， 我会把这整个 retreat 来 review， 我每次去 reflect 说，如果这个 retreat 是我的这个 whole life， 在这个9天里面，
对，
那么我这个9天里面，我有怎样的 reaction， 我有怎样的 sankara， 然后我会去看，然后我会再慢慢的去 adjust， 那么我以前我会哇，真的是以前那个 reaction 会很大，以前的 reaction 很大，然后也很累，一直要去睡觉，那么这次会觉得不一样，会比较的能够attentive 的一直 follow brother 的这个 sharing，那么这一次这个整个的 retreat，那个 reaction 没有以前这样的 strong 的。
that is good sign
就因为他来也知道，有时你看到他哇，要去那个，你就要来 react 了，你也知道吧，你就去做 deep 深呼吸，然后慢慢的再 subside，所以我觉得这是个很好的一个 training，然后也可以从这整个的这个retreat 里面，在这个 daily 里面一直去 aware，因为这个的 condition 是很好，因为我们没有跟外面的去 interact，所以我们比较容易的去往我们的里面去看，所以我就在这个9天里面，我就开始抓到了怎样的去 stabilize 这个 daily，所以我就觉得我有了这个 idea， 然后我就知道回去就要懂得这样的继续的再去做，再去cultivate。我会觉得这个 cultivation 是 usually 对我们这个 awareness 的这个cultivation 那个 understanding 一定是非常的重要，
非常的重要。
我们 understand 了，我们才知道去做。
对你才有那个 understanding
对，怎样的去 cultivate，
去 cultivate and go and live life, it become a living reality. 因为 the truth is always within the moment, in the midst of life. 如果你不能够 in the midst of life become heedful, you cannot see the nature's operation of the what they call pancha niyamas, especially the spiritual niyamas, or what we call the right view with regards to the law of mind, then the law of Dhamma, and of course the main one is the law of karma. Law of karma take a long time to comprehend because there are too many variations, a lot of conditions, all different, living beings, their background, their karma, their conditioning, their belief system, all very different. So once you understand all this, your mind becomes different. That's why you will come to know, if I'm not heedful in the midst of life, like the Buddha said, how can you cope with life? You can't. Then every time you will think, you will wonder, like the Trinity triangle. You always live in the thought, the thinking. So mindfulness is to break away that what they call momentum of thinking. Then when you can be aware of the eye blinking or whatever, then your hand movement, everything means every time you're aware, you're not thinking. Every time you're aware, until it becomes a flow. That's why I determined to do it. I intend very seriously. Every time aware, like you come to know, every time you are aware that you are not aware, bring it back. Aware that you are not aware, bring it back. Then every time you forgot to like be aware of all this activity, means you are lost in thought already. So that is the one that make me understand that I determine to be aware all the time. So I do until the energy at the heart here. Oh, feel up. Then the heart open up. It make me aware on its own. That's why within 2 weeks, the mindfulness come. Then after that, I realize my bowing, everything is in sati. Then throughout the day, more or less, I mindful. Even walking, like I say, going to office, wake up, immediately I aware lying down posture. Then I aware how I started the day. Means normally we take away our comforter or our blanket. Then sometimes the tactile, like your urine or pee, you need to go to toilet. That one will create the very strong tactile sensation. Then because it's so habitual, you just rush there. Then you got no time to be aware of all the movement. But when I did that thing, no matter how urgent, I don't rush on. I mindfully move my hand, I aware. Then comforter, I put it to one side. Then how I come up, sitting posture, how my leg come down, how I stand up, how I walk, how I reach the toilet door, how I take my hand, the movement, then how I turn and how I move it. Everything is like a flow. Uh, then how I do all the other thing inside, and no need to describe. Because you need to answer nature's call. Then everything away, relax. Very natural one. No need to be like very tense. Forget about it. You just relax and just aware. Then it will come. Then after that, pay respect. Do my religious routine. Morning, night. Then between, throughout the day, I do. Then when I want to go to office, when I go for breakfast or what, I mindfully eat and aware. Then how I come out from the chair, from the meal, how I go to the kitchen to wash, all this movement, all aware. Then when I finish, I will go and wear my socks, my shoe, fully aware. Then after that, take my car key. Then how I open the door, how I walk out, open the gate, lock back, fully aware, not lost in thought. Then how I move to the car. Then my hand, how I use the key to turn. Now is remote control is different. Then even when you press remote control, make sure you're aware. Then after that, how your hand go and open the door. Everything is mindful. It's like a flow. Then you pull out how your body go in. That body that go in, you can be fully aware. Then how you close back the door. Most people don't pay attention to all this. Then after that, I will sit. Then I check the mirror, everything fully aware. Then after that, I start my car. Then when I start my car, the awareness is different because you are aware. Wow, the way you engage your gear or very smooth when you're mindful. Then you like everything under control. So when you develop this mindfulness, you become very different. Then you no need to hurry on. Like a lot of things slow down for you to see. So you should train until that extent. Then your daily mindfulness will come. Blinking out the eye is one of the things on it. Okay? And every time you pay respect, mindful. Every time you, like Buddha said, standing aware, looking forward aware, turning, stretching, putting on your dressing or whatever aware. Take bath also fully aware. Understand? How you get ready for bath. Then how you actually whatever. No need to describe all the. Then when you take your bath, also silent everything. How the shower come, how the water shower or how it flow onto your body. Then when you're aware, you will be very surprised. You become so sensitive. Even after your shower finishes, you just stand there, don't do anything. The water that is dripping down, flowing, you can aware of the sensation, everything. Very clear one. Then you can decide what you want to do. Then when you want to come out or what, you can decide. So fully aware. Then when you take your towel, you want to dry up or what, fully aware. Then how you after that, comb your hair or whatever. Yeah? Then do all the things that you need to do. That's why mindfulness and awareness need to be tied to your daily life, within your routine. So if you can be mindful most of the time, that is the beginning. Then this will sustain itself, become a living reality. Okay? Mhm.
OK，那谢谢 Bradley 啊，也非常感谢每一个 g a r a m i t a 在这个在这个 retreat 里面的 contributions，能够让整个的这个我们的整个的 retreat 圆满哦，所以非常的谢谢大家。也好。
Let's use a sa. OK，宝兰，你回来了，你 continue。
然后我这一次也从那些有进步的嘎米达里面，我前2天 realize 到说，我看到他们的风光在前面的风光，我也可以隐隐more or less I can also feel 他们背后的 effort。
Yeah.
就好像Sister Bocheng how serious
Yeah,
he
yeah,
got in
yeah.
the car，
Yeah,
好像 Alicia 这样，他们有很多 effort，
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
他们有进步。
Not only effort, determination and faith.
对。
Because like Bocheng, one very simple question. When you listen to Brother, are you joyful? Are you alert? Means not sleeping. That is a sign. You can't find the joy. You are not attentive. Means what? You are not ready to receive this truth. Understand? It doesn't interest you that much. So the way you must go ahead from what you have reflected and contemplated is to write it down. Alicia, Pocheng, and all these people like Manyan, or how they actually become what they are now, where they improve through understanding. You trace back all through understanding, and they follow exactly what I said. Faith very important. Relax, maintain. So, like Brother Teo say, do a spiritual check. What did you don't have that make you what you are, and what they have that make them what they are? And then try all these things that you don't have. What you must do it like the right effort. What is the third right effort? Right effort to develop the virtue, the right thought that is still not in you. Understand not? That is basic right effort. You don't do that, you cannot progress. Then tell yourself, if I don't change, I will be the same. I will not progress. So all this give you faith, drive you. Understand? All this sharing is to give you faith, understand? So that you determine. Very good. Okay, continue.
Brother， 我还有一个 question 就是，I'm not a person who easily relax by nature. So that day when I meditate there, lying down, at some point I can feel my body is very. I woke up from a nap and I can feel my body, the bottom part here I'm lying, is very heavy, stiff. And I also know my fingers, my palm also very stiff. So Kalamita used to say, relaxation got many levels.
Yeah. Many stages.
The deepest you go will be the best. So it was so stiff. So I know it's not the right way to do, but naturally I move my finger a little bit. Still, I know my whole body. I was asking myself, you are lying down. The bench is supporting your weight. Why still so stiff? So my question to Brother is, how am I going to
Very good.
relax the body?
Very good. Your question will help you and help a lot of people. Very easy. You know why? Because you think a lot. No, you think a lot. When you think a lot, you preoccupy that thinking, then you worry and all this stress out. Then you don't know how to relax. Totally don't know how to relax. I teach you a very simple one. When you find you got problems sitting, lying down on the bench, everything not relaxed, you know what you do? Just go for a walk. Go for a very relaxed walk, like no pressure, nothing. To take a walk. You know why taking a walk? Means no pressure. You relax, you enjoy whatever you see, whatever you hear. Then you reflect. Whatever that come to your consciousness, you reflect. You don't believe, you give a try. When you naturally relax and just walk, because nothing to bother you, and you are not thinking nothing. You just want to go for a walk, understand? Going for a walk is to relax, understand? That's why a lot of people need to go jogging, need to go out to make themselves tired so that they can rest, understand? But for you, I would suggest be natural, go for a walk. Then you find out. Well, in the early days, I realized before I know the Dhamma, I went for all those 3 day, 5 day, 7 day, sometimes also 9 days retreat. When I was there, I realized not only me, a lot of people got a lot of pain and all those things. So initially, you don't understand. Of course, I have faith, I determined to see, but the pain keep on coming. That time I haven't break free. Then you know what I do? I see a lot of people, dare not make noise. Fart also dare not fart. Because they play sales, so unnatural. When you are like that, you become very unnatural. Natural means do everything in a relaxed manner, just naturally go about doing it. So what I did was, I tell myself, this is not the way. I go for a walk. Wow, when I go for a walk, it's like a relief. No need to sit inside there with the leg crossed. So when I go for a walk, I realize, wow, my mind was so creative. I can hear the breeze and all those things. Then like hear the nature. You feel very good. I can easily prove to you. Now you ask those who went for a walk outside, are they relaxed? Huh? Take photo, joy, how say, understand not? The only thing is they are relaxed, but they are not fully aware or strongly aware, understand not? Where they don't know how to make use of it. But if you relax, take a walk, you relax automatically. Every part also no stress, no problem. You don't have heedless thinking. That's why retreat is allow you to see it. Where you come, the environment is very tranquil. Then this tranquility, the conducive environment, allow you to have a calm and peaceful mind. If here also you cannot be peaceful, I ask you one question, you go back how? You sure cao lại on. Then now you think you retire already better, but in your own word you say you become more wow. Means what? People retire like Papa Sri last time you asked her. She determined to retire and go full time, he called it. She went to Fakusan, she went a lot of places, understand? Where she wants to develop the understanding. That is faith, understand? But of course, she got some, what they call, past karmic thing, understand? That condition her, like, very eager to progress. Oh, that one is actually a hindrance. We have that mind that one. Then he saw everybody, some have progress. Then he determined so hard. To her, it's like no progress. But all this is from the past and that conditioning. So that eagerness to progress is a hindrance. But that is your own thinking. I already say 3 things. Have faith, be sincere, persevere. Don't try to know. Don't worry about when you progress. But when you progress, you will know. That's why later on I explained to her. Then I think she understands. And slowly she is developing. Then based on the understanding, now the stress is step 5. Stability of mindfulness, sati sampajanya. You must do it. You don't do it, at the best, you stay at the second turning wisdom. Understand? Contemplative, reflective. That one can help you a bit in life, but it's not the answer. So remember, whatever they have, you don't have right now. That is a spiritual check according to Matthew, which is very good. Then work towards it. Then determine to change. Right now, Chin Hao also know. If people can do, you can do lah. Man Yuan also can do already. Understand? Huh? So okay, continue. Yeah.
Brother, one more questions. That day we are chanting, don't know what sutta. I was slot and topper, so I was keep asking myself, when it's going to finish, when it's going to finish. Ingvi was chanting.
Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta.
Oh, the first.
There is your coming obstruction from the past.
Okay. Again, this afternoon when I was chanting here, down there was chanting also in the main shrine.
Yeah, yeah.
So many say, wow, very soothing.
Yeah, yeah.
What happened for me was when I was meditating here and I hear the chanting there, even I am from Chinese background, I feel very irritated, you know. So when the chanting finish, then I can really feel
relief,
relief, and the meditation is more supposed to
So
be.
now you
So my question is, bro,
Ah.
you see, in my house, if I doing meditation, outside is a field, people morning exercise also, unless they play the song, they sometimes play song one, so it's a bit irritating to me. If they are doing exercise, I'm okay with it. So my question is, when I hear all this, I'm irritated, which I'm supposed to be, not to be as a Buddhist. So is it karmic obstruction?
Okay, wait. First, step by step. You yourself said, irritate.
Yes.
What must you do? What did I teach you? Mindful, 6 internal, 6 external basis. Trace the origination factor. Hearing is your reaction through your habitual tendency. Where you got a preference. You like certain type of music, you like certain type of vibration, but you don't like all those. But to you, it's noise. It's your conditioning. Understand? That's why you ask Pak Masuri, you know. Last time, relative, he's not very loud, very loud. Oh. But how come for me, okay? Yeah, I just relax into it and be with it. Understand? Nature is nature. Always remember. Condition like that, things we like. He was very tired, especially the first 2 days where he drove and all those things. But this round, I can sense improved a lot. He didn't like last time, straight away go down. Wow, the orchestra very loud. Now it's different. And the last few days, the snoring all differently, more toned down, more. Then most of the time he can be awake. Most of the time he can be awake. So this is what improvement is about. So how you adopt to it is very important. Even Suyan, not bad Suyan actually. Suyan also never complained before about repetitive analysis because we understand. So you have to learn. It's like that. You sleep next to repetitive, I tell you. Next room also can hear. Very loud. But this round, much less already, and more differently. Yeah. He know how to relax. He know how to maintain awareness already. Otherwise, he cannot do that. Otherwise, I remember last time, the moment he switch off the light and he go down, wow, like you go into meditation, within 1 minute, you go in, he 1 minute he snore, and non-stop, that one, very loud because he was tired and his body is like that. So he is the way he is. Then you got 2 choices. Develop aversion, like you say, disturb you and all say. So who disturb you? You disturb yourself and then through your wrong view, your delusion, your condition. Why can't you like God will be with it? Cannot. Be with that snoring. Why you want to label it as snoring means that disturbing me? The rainfall will ask permission not to make noise. That's why I like awning sound. I like all this. The vibration actually make me like very good, and I like to sleep during this because it's like a meditative thing. I be with it. Then I like to stay with it. So this is how you develop it. Understand? Did I teach you 6 internal, 6 external sense bases? Did I say trace origination? Hey, you say hearing lah. What is all those things? Trace means what? Silent, like the Buddha say, aware. When the mental hindrance that has not a reason, how it arises, if you silent and aware, you will know. But if you don't have the stability of mindfulness yet, Then when this dislike aversion come, make you agitated, restless, then you start silent, aware, be with it, third way, understand now? Then it will go away, it will cease. But you don't do any of this. You see, when it cease means you know what? All this external sense data that imprint on your hearing consciousness is actually nature, like the physics experiment and so. Then in the hearing, there's only the hearing consciousness, no one to hear. But you go and cling and attach. The ego say annoying, disturbing. Understand? That's how delusion. So when you trace the origination factor means somebody, he's the way he sleep, he snore, then that snoring, the vibration very strong, hit your eardrum. Then you don't have right view, you cannot accept the reality of the moment. So you are not at peace. Then you react, you stir, you create mental hindrance, dislike. Understand? Even Mahayana chanting also cannot take it. You know Mandarin. That one is coming. Understand? But people snoring is not coming. Don't simply everything also my karma. See? So how come you have that right view? Huh? Because you also snore. Yeah. So use the same approach. You can withstand snoring means all this sound is nothing. Understand? Clear now? Why? Well, when you want to sleep, you hear people snoring, you cannot sleep, miserable. You want a good meditation. No wonder lah, that craving, that one thing. So I want to progress. Want to like be other, but you don't have the quality that other have. So that is a spiritual check. Write it down. Then work on it, work on it, work on it. Very good. That's why your question help people. Help yourselves. Anything else? No. Okay. Then we pass. No, pass to Alicia first. Then Jayanta.
Hello, Radio, Mrs. Stew and all 凯文米达。感恩这次我能够参与这个禅修，因为还没有到出发那一天，我也觉得有一点点you know, but I make aspiration, I want to come 了哈。But 因为 due to 我的 busy schedule， 我也不知道我能不能适应，因为从来就没有 you know after 3-4年都没有离开家。
对对。
这个所谓的8天。然后我一来到，我一 pay respect，大家都看到我的 reaction 我就在哭。然后接下来就是很多的 energy 在我身上在抖，我也不懂得怎样去 handle。可是我就记得 Brad 就讲 relax 啦 ，OK 咯，就 relax 咯。So 他就是可能是佛菩萨的 guide。就我一跟毗卢遮那佛就跟他一 request 他就很容易躺下去就这样
就 meditate
是就 meditate and then 而且有一天我不是跟 Brad 就讲那个 energy flow 去我的 gateway， 然后之后他就让我睡了好多个小时，
对，
然后我出来我整个那个 energy， 现在他那个 heart 的 vibration 是很细，那种很细了，不会像我来之前那个这样，哇，抖到我很有点不习惯。对，然后当我从那个出来之后呢，我觉得我更加的静了，
对 ，because with that transformation for 菩萨的那些，因为你的 faith very strong，especially 地藏王菩萨有个 affinity，then 佛菩萨 Virochana Buddha，then 还有观世音 and other great being， 因为你有 faith，then 你前世 actually 是有修过的。But 因为那个 karmic debt you had to pay back， 但是你要经过那个17年的 depression， 那个是还债的，那是。Then you need to wait for causes and conditions to meet me. But that one is also because of what you have done in the past. Like this, like after you understand the Dhamma, you bring a lot of people to the Dhamma. You go and ask LC to come and all. Then you have a lot of people, 你开导很多人. Then Freddie also changed. So whatever condition that you manifest to help people, this will bring about causes and condition for you to find the true teacher when the time comes. So this karmic that you have to pay. This one is severe. So better to pay. And since you have paid, it's very good. Then after that, you have a lot of gratitude. You understand what is wrong thought. Then you change. This one 就做功课的 change, understand? No more negative thought, no more wrong thought. Then she herself tell me, the best to come out of it is go and help people, do something good. Then like go and do whatever, 义工也好，什么也好，实际也好。Then rejoice. Then whoever you perceive with joy, you perceive with understanding, with love. Like the Metta Sutta, or not Metta Sutta, the Metta book that I wrote. Whomsoever I look at with the eye of love. Understand? Cannot. There's no aversion. Whatever I hear with the understanding or with the mind of love. Then develop joy, radiate love, radiate metta. So she started to do gratitude, 感恩 and all those things, that expression of thanks, 感恩,感恩. Then she become different. Then she realized the whole thing turned. Then when the time comes, because of the faith, she progressed very fast. You don't underestimate what the great being's nature energy is. When you have that affinity, because I taught her and a lot of Kaimita to seek the blessing, protection, and guidance of all these great beings. Remember? So because of that, when you have faith, you are sincere, you will connect on. It's just like the saying, if your faith is so strong, it will move heaven. 感动天. What is heaven? Nature. So all this will manifest. That's why when she told me the gateway open up the tunnel, then the energy when it 4 or 5 hours, no, she become like very quiet, very still, like sleep, rested. That's why it can be done. So this is what awareness-based cultivation is. And you realize she keep on helping in the kitchen. Do a lot of things. Then make drinks for me. Then attend to a lot of things. This is what a person who has developed the cultivation, they will know how to do all this because they have gratitude. Last time when she didn't know, last time when she started the retreat, she did not go retreat because of the depression on it. So I remember she only managed to make it when I conduct. Yeah. Then she was okay. Then the next retreat, I think by Ajahn Achalo, halfway through, he called me. He cannot take it, understand? Because he's not familiar and not used to it, and he doesn't know what is good. Because that time he hasn't learned the Dhamma. Yeah. But after that, keep on coming to class, chase after Suyan for that thing, constantly listen to the Dhamma. That one transform her, change her, and connect her back. That's why after that, she progressed very fast. Then she go and read Mandarin because she is Mandarin educated and her Mandarin is better. That's why when she read the Forfa, the Mandarin, you can understand very fast. Based on what I teach, you read the Sutta very fast. If you don't come to me and listen to what I explain, you read Sutta Mahayana especially, they are Wookiee one. There's no more. Unless your past very special. So this is what is possible. So have faith. Sadhu, very good.
Actually, 我每一次来 retreat 我抱着的心态不是有什么收获啊，有什么的experience 啊，我只抱着一个心态，能够怎样的融入大家，在一个大家庭里面，怎样的 harmony 啊，这样子之类的，能够帮到人啊，就可以奉献的啊，我是想着这一些，可是出乎意料的，我每一次都有收获的。
Yeah, very good 收获。You know why? Because she has a lot of gratitude. She developed a lot of virtuous thought, wholesome thought. because she kena depression before that. She checked back. Almost 100% is all wrong thought during that time. That's why she become like so chronic, so depressed, and the condition becomes so bad. The immune system went down, the gastric, everything. Last time the Filipino friend, I remember Daddy, when he saw Alicia recover that time, he said, wow, you become different. Then Alicia told him, I got one teacher. Then that Daddy, I want to get to know him. He's a Christian. He came and talked to me. He told me, he said, Mr. Teo, I don't know who are you, but I would like to know more about you and how you managed to get Alicia turned around. Last time he came and visit Freddie. Asked Freddie and her to go out for dinner together. She cannot because the ulcer, gastric, and all things. She like got no life on her. So, but Daddy is also quite a good Christian. He got a lot of Christian virtue. He has a lot of love and compassion also. Then he understands. He's a very simple person, but intelligent person. Then he like to associate with people who are wise, who has the understanding. That's why he talk to everybody, Buddhist, Hindu, or what. He say he wants to understand. So because of that, people outside can see you. Then later when Elsie came, I say, why you all come? Then Elsie told me, the sister saw that she completely changed. You're so different from last time. That's why Elsie has faith. So all these are living example. That's why this Dhamma is a living Dhamma. 70-year depression can just turn around. Last time insomnia, go to see doctor, given all the what they call sleeping pill. You call it what? What is it?
Antidepressant.
No, antidepressant is different. It make you sleep one. No, tranquilizer. That day I just mentioned, I cannot remember. Tranquilizer. Then the like rebalance your hormone. Because sometimes the fear, the panic attack, then the depressive state. First is like you sleep, then balance your chemical imbalance, then to you. When somebody talk to you as well as psychiatry, then you can pour out, you feel better, but then you dependent on him. Every time you have to see him and all those things, take the medication. So that has been going on for many years. Then when she recovered, she tried to like do away the medication. Finally able to. That's why she was full of joy and she came and tell, but 就不用吃药了. For so many years.
是的 Brother Joe，actually 我的 life 在我认识 Brother Joe 之前我没有 life 的，因为有8年我是在吃药跟睡觉，只做这两样子事情罢了。吃了药就睡觉，然后就吃饭，然后又吃了药又睡觉，所以是没有 life 的。And to cut the story short, actually 真的，如果你没有佛法，你是不可能只是靠吃药而走出来，这样肯定自己本身要 determine 的走出来。因为在我很 down 的时候，我就是在吃药那一段时间，我也有起伏啦，就是上下好了几年，然后又来，就是 Brad 讲的，你没有真正的去了解佛法，你是不可能
not a full solution，
就是不是一个根治的一个方法，它只是在社会这样走的，然后一个大浪盖过来，你就倒下去了这样子。所以再来就是民生跟我讲 Brother Joe 的时候，我第一句就说我看我跟他有没有缘，所以其实这个是 destiny 的，我跟 Brother Joe 的姻缘是 destiny 的。所以我最近我也是感觉到我自己有点不一样。这不一样的是，你每一件事情你要怎样去resolve 啊，就是你里面好像知道要怎样做，一下子就去做，而且最奇怪的是 Brad， 你每一件东西，你想着的是别人哦，不是你自己。
对。
然后，因为在这之前哦，我不是有跟 Brother report 过，心系众生，
对，
利益众生，
对。
可是他真的好像在 manifest 了哦，Brother 现在开始一直，然后慢慢走向那个方向。
那个是你的菩萨。
对，所以我是借着这个机会，跟凯安米大讲，只要我们用我们的心真心的付出，就是在这个就是我们以佛菩萨为一个 example 啦，然后走着，我们会踏上那个成佛的大道，哦。So，我希望留下下面的时间给其他的凯恩米大去分享哦。感恩 Bradley，我要跟 Bradley，我要 pay respect 给 Bradley，感恩 Bradley，Bradley 就好像我的父母，就是 Bradley Mrs. Stewart 就好像再世父母，因为他让我重生，明白？感恩啊！
萨德，rejoice。Okay, sadhu, rejoice. So this is good sharing. You know why after she changed, all this can happen. Because she got a lot of gratitude. Then she determined to actually help people. Then, like he said, you don't think of yourself, you think of others. Means what? When there is condition to manifest to help or what, she will do. That's how it changed. And the other thing, because of what she said, I know very likely manager say she and the 地藏王菩萨很大的缘分的a lot of things. That one you got condition maybe Alicia will share. He and this 地藏王菩萨 he doesn't know even who 地藏王菩萨 is on last time. Then the chanting came to her. Actually 是地藏经的 chanting. Then he went to 那个安邦的什么那紫云洞登彼岸 sorry 登彼岸 I forgot it 登彼岸了 Then he said suddenly for no reason something asked her to go in front of that great being and he didn't even know that is 地藏王菩萨 Then the chanting came Then after that he found on the internet 原来是地藏王 So what is 地藏王The vow is very heavy. Out of compassion, he is even willing to go down to the hell and liberate living being, sentient being. That's why her compassion starts to come out already. Where she has this type of cultivation before. But karmic is karmic. You have to pay back, And you have to wait for condition, causes and condition. Like 慧能五祖 fifth patriarch 跟他讲 You cannot straight away come out. Lie low. Then he lie low 16 years with the hunters. Because when condition is not there, you come out also no use. There is no condition for the Dhamma to take off. It's just like 1989 until 2004. Also 15 years. I didn't do anything. I just wait for causes and conditions. Unless there are causes and conditions, the nature won't come out. So all this you can understand and you can see. Okay, let's rejoice. Okay, Dr. J.
Good day, Bradley. My dearest Kanamitas. Sorry, I'm late, Bradley, because just now was setting up the dining table. So before that, short announcement. Those later going for Lim Tea, Sifu suggests you either take the lift or you go downstairs, go until our hall, go into the door, and our things are all there behind. But don't touch the teh city because they already set up all the eight. I mean, and Sifu together set up all the 8 tables and 80 chairs. So please don't touch. Very tiring. Carry from the staircase down. Okay, so first of all, Bratio, thank you very much to you, to Sister Pamasri, and all the organizers, because I think condition really needed for me to be here. If I was going through that scam thing alone in Malacca,
very stressful.
Yes, Bratio, and the thing is, that time when I was driving down to Ipoh, I think myself, Ayo, Jayanta, really just sumpah you come to camera and still want to go and get a dog. But it happened, and thank you everyone for supporting me. And sorry, I being the youngest here, being very naughty, running around trying to get things right. But I very, 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 very thank you. That's it. Committed is so important. You find that in a local or any Buddhist society this committed is so strong, and that's why I felt the sense of belonging here. Thank you so much. So cut short with all the thank you thing. Right to my second part of the sharing. Please allow me to chant Anatta Lakkhana Sutta.
Oh, no problem.
Request by others. So, my dear committers, please turn to page 42.
Yeah.
Okay. Try my best because Brother I used to be a chanter like Brother Danny, they all. Then I find the chanting like a form dharma, Brother.
Yeah, correct.
So I slowly put it down, and as and when I needed only I find this it won't bring far.
Correct.
Okay. So that is composed on mind, and we will recite Vandana first. Homage to Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Attana Lakkhana Sutta. Yantang satehi dukena neyang anatta lakhanam Attavadata sanyanam sammadeva vimochanam sambuddho tam pakasesi dita sachana yoginam uttarim pativedaya bhavetum jnana muttamang Yante sangdita dhamanam jnanenu paparikatam sabba savehi cittani vimuccimsu asesato tata jnananusarena sasanam katumiccatam sadunang atasiddhata tatam Tam sutantam banamase Ewang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava Varanasiyang viharati isipatane migadaye Tatrako bhagava panchavagye bhikkhu amantesi Rupang bhikkhave anatta Rupanca hidang bhikkhave atta abhavisa Nayidang rupang abadaya samvateya Labeta ca rupe Evang me rupang hotu Evang me rupang mahositi Yasma cako bhikkhave rupang anatta Asma rupang abadaya samvatati Naca labati rupe Evang me rupang hotu Evang me rupang mahositi Vedana anatta Vedana cahidang bhikkhave atta abhavisa Nayidang vedana abadaya samvateya Labeta ca vidanaya Evang me vedana hotu Evang me vedana mahositi Yasma cako bhikkhave vedana anatta Asma Vedana Abadaya Samvatati Nacha Labati Vedanaya Evang me Vedana Hotu Evang me Vedana Mahositi Sanya Anatta Sanya Chahidang Bhikave Atta Abhavisa Naidang Sanya Abadaya Samvateya Labeta Cha Sanyaya Evang me Sanya Hotu Evang me Sanya Mahositi Yasma Chako Bhikave Sanya Anatta Tasma Sanya Abadaya Samvatati Nacha Labati Sanyaya Evang me Sanya Hotu Evang me Sanya Mahositi Sankara Anatta Sankara cha hidang bhikave atta abhavi samsu naidang sankara abadaya samvateyung labeta cha sankarisu evang me sankara hontu evang me sankara maahin sunti yasma chako bhikave sankara anatta Tasma Sankara Abadaya Samvatanti Nacha Labati Sankaresu Evang me Sankara Hontu Evang me Sankara Maahin Sunti Vinyanang Anatta Vinyanan Chahidang Bhikave Atta Abhavisa Naidang Vinyanang Abadaya Samvateya Labeta Cha Vinyane Evang me Vinyanang Hotu Evang me Vinyanang Mahositi Yasma Chako Bhikave Vinyanang Anatta Asma Vinyanang Abadaya Samvatati Nacha Labati Vinyane Evang me Vinyanang Hotu Evang me Vinyanang Mahositi Tam King Manata Bhikave Rupang Nijang Va Nijang Vanti Anijang Bante Yang Pana Nijang Dukang Vatam Sukang Vati Dukang Bante Yang Pana Nijang Dukang Vipari Nama Dhammang Kalanutam Samanupasitum Etang mama eso hamasmi eso me atati no hetang bante tam kim manyata bhikave vedana nija va anija vati anija bante yang pana nijang dukang vatam sukang vati dukang bante yang pani chang dukang vipari nama damang kalang nutang sama nupasitung etang mama eso hamasmi eso me atati no hetang bante tan kinchi manata bhikave sanya nijava anichavati anicca bante yang pana nijang dukang vatam sukang vati dukang bante yang panijang dukang dipadi nama damang kalanutang samanupasitum etang mama eso hamasmi eso me atati no hetang bante Tam kim manata bhikave sankara nijava anichavati anicca bante yang pana nijang dukang vatang sukang vati Sudukang bante yang panicang dukang wipari nama damang kalang nutang sama nupasitun etang mama eso hamasmi eso mi atati no hetang bante tang ki mana tabi kawe vinyanang nichang wa ani chang wati ani chang bante yang pana nichang dukang va tam sukang vati dukang bante yang pani dukang vipari nama damang kalanutang samanupasitun itang mama eso hamasmi eso me atati no hetang bante asmatiha bikawe yan kinci rupang atita nagata pacupanang ajatam wa bahidawa olarikam wa suku mam wa hinam wa panitam wa yan dure santike satang rupang netang mama neso hamasmi nameso atta ti ewa metang yata butang sama panyaya datapam ya kaci vedana atita nagata pacupanya ajata wa bahidawa olarika wa sukumawa hina wa panitawa ya dure santike wa sabavedana netang mama neso hamasmi nameso atati ewa metang yata putam sama panyaya datapang ya kaci sanya ati tanagata pacupana ajata wa abidawa olarikawa sukumawa hinowa panitawa ya dure santike wa sabasanya netang mama neso hamasmi nameso atati ewa metang yata butang sama panyanya ya datapam ye kece sankara atita nagata pacupana ajata wa abidawa olar ritawa sukmawa hinawa panitawa ye dure santike wa sabe sankara netam mama neso hamasmi nameso atati ewa metang yata butang sama panyanya yadatapang yan kinci vinyanang ati tanagata pacupanam ajatam wa bahidawa olarikam wa sukumam wa hinam wa panitam wa yan dure san kite wa sabang winayang netang mama neso hamasmi nameso atati Ewang metang yata butam sama panyaya datapam. Ewang pasam bikawe. Sutwa arisa vako rupas mimpi nibindati. Vedanaya pi nibindati. Sanyaya pi nibindati. Sankare suti nibindati. Vinyanasming pinipindati nibindam virajati viraga vimuchati vimutasming vimuttam iti nyanam hoti jina jati vumisittam bamacharyam atang hari yang paparam itatayati pajanati pi Dhammawocha bhagava atamana pancavagya bhikkhu bhagavato basitang abhinantun Imasmin cha pana viyakaranassmin banamane pancavagiyanam bhikkhunan anupadaya asavehi citani vomichin suti. Etena sacha vajena sotite hotu sabada. Etena sacha vajena sabarogo vinasatu. Etena sacha vajena hotu te jaya mangalang. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Brother.
Okay, so next one. Oh, pass the mic over. ILC, Sadhu. Push it out. ILC.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brother Tio,
Yeah.
for creating this good
Yeah.
condition for everyone to be here for the beautiful retreat. So this time, I find this retreat is really very good.
Sadhu.
This is the third time that I'm attending the retreat.
Oh, okay.
I think quite a number of years I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
attend.
yeah.
Before that, I share some of my experience.
Oh, okay.
So every time when I look at Alicia, actually, I see the beauty of the Dharma.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sadhu.
So she's totally transformed.
Yeah,
Knowing her for so long, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So this time I think I'm more relaxed
Yeah,
in my meditation
yeah, yeah, yeah.
probably because of the conducive environment here.
And the condition.
So it's not like when I'm back in KL. Every time when I do meditation, very easy to fall asleep.
Oh, okay, okay.
For the first 2 days here retreat, I still fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
But subsequently, I felt very relaxed
Oh, good.
and very composed. Even after my snoring sound, I find the difference after the first snoring.
Then you're aware.
I still aware
Oh, good. That's very
because
good.
sometimes last time I try to stay awake sometimes, you know. So whereas I didn't put in any effort here.
Oh, okay.
So I just relaxed. It was so relaxed.
Yeah, Sadhu, that's very good. Yeah.
First snore, second snore, third snore, you know,
Yeah.
still aware.
Wow, very good.
So that is the difference that
Yes, yes. Means you are slowly going into the awareness nature. When you determine to be aware, then you rest your body. So sometimes the body tired, you will sleep. But sometimes the body not tired because the lying down posture is too comfortable. So what happens is it will actually condition you to fall asleep. Understand? Although you are not tired, it is conducive. Then when it conditions you to fall asleep because you have maintained awareness, the moment you snore, that hearing consciousness, the awareness pick it up. So that's why she can maintain awareness. Then after a while, initially like that, it will fall into the subconscious or unconscious again. Then here, like want to go and sleep. Then it snore again. Then you hear. So continue. Let it go through this for a while, no problem. Then later on, it will stabilize. Then every time you aware of the snoring, it stop. Then in longer moment, the awareness. This is how you build it up. Build it up. Yeah. Very good, Sadhu. So that is the improvement already. Elsie?
yeah, because there's no the when I do the lying down meditation, I feel so comfortable here because there's no fan vibration.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
no aircon vibration.
Wow, very good.
The weather is so
Yeah,
conducive. It's so comfortable.
Yeah. Very cooling. The only thing is later on when your awareness build up, nature's vibration a lot, insect sound and all those things, the bell, the weather, the breeze, and all of nature's vibration. There you can sense there are a lot of like when the morning, human beings activity, how you can hear. Yeah, that running stream and all those things, you can hear. That is what awareness is all about. You will be aware. When you are not lost in thought, you have to be aware. So this one need training. Very good, Sadhu. Anything else?
Yeah, especially in the morning, when we do meditation, it was normally it's so calm.
Yeah.
So the nature
Nature's
vibration is very conducive.
Yeah, very good.
So it's very fresh. So
Sadhu.
that's why I love to come to Cameron
Yeah,
for retreat.
Sambal
Actually.
soon. Yeah, Sadhu. Very good.
And this time, when Bertio went through the
Heart
Heart
Sutra.
Sutra, so that I also picked up a lot
Yeah,
as compared with previous time,
Yeah,
especially Anatalaka Sutta,
yeah.
and then the triangle.
Yes.
That really, at least I have a deeper understanding.
Yes, or what meditation is.
And the creation process.
Yeah.
You know.
Sadhu. Very
So
good.
that is what I want to share.
Thank you. Sadhu. Yeah.
Good evening, Bratio, Mrs. Steele, all Kalamitas. Firstly, I would like to thank Bratio and all Kalamitas who made it possible for all of us to have a wonderful retreat, especially Sister Pamasari. Okay, let me share a bit of my personal experience. When I first came over, the weather was affecting me very badly. Actually,
Oh, no wonder.
I maybe not enough fat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
very cold.
Very cold. Yeah, very
It's so
chilly.
cold for me.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
saw you put on the warm
yeah,
clothes.
warm. Even with the heat tag, 2 baju and 1 jacket, still shivering inside. You know.
Then they say they saw you trying to get the sunshine today. Very good weather. Today the sunshine very sunny. So you're walking up and down there taking the sunshine. Very good.
And also, after 2 years of no retreat, I find it so difficult to sit.
Correct.
So you see, a lot of time I start walking, and then either lying down or whatever. So it was a very difficult few days, initial few days for me. There was one day when as you can see, I always come in the class very late. It's because I can't sleep at night.
Oh, no.
Partly because I feel that the energy is very high.
Yeah, very strong.
So I can't sleep at night. And also partly because I have this habit of not being able to sleep well.
Oh, okay.
So every morning is so difficult to pull myself out.
Oh, okay.
There was one day when I struggled coming up then. My mind was so negative. I learned this, which I hope can help others to realize too. The mind was so negative, and this one word stands up so clearly: reluctance. Then I noticed the few other words that came out was all negative. And then suddenly I stopped. I said, do you realize what is happening to your mind?
Oh, good.
It's so negative. I should be very thankful that I can come to this retreat. There are so many of them who could not complete the retreat, you know. Just a bit of inconveniences only. It's cold. You don't have enough sleep. So what? You know, you can catch up with it later. And after that, I laughed.
Oh, good.
And I smiled.
That is a good relaxation.
And I could see the complete change, Virgil. The complete change of the mind state. You know, then the words that came out is
happy thoughts.
Ah,
Yeah,
sadhu,
Brazil.
sadhu. That was very
So
good.
yeah, this is something I learned that
Yeah, very
it's all
good.
our mind states.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why nobody make you miserable. You yourself. Like just now, Polian say here, the chanting and the Dhammacakkappavattana, you want it stop immediately. There's the aversion inside there. Understand that? So you cannot see. And you think people make you like that? No, it's not the chanting. It's not the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. One of them is your karmic, the other one is your wrong view. You cannot accept the reality and you cannot be with it to actually be aware and just merge in it. That's why now you see PG, your good friend, tell you right thought, good thought. The negative thought is the mind stirring already. That's why I told you all, which PG also I think come to know. Whenever you are unhappy, not peaceful, the evil root are there, wrong thought are there. So this is what will prompt you. Then suddenly he realized, he said, what am I doing? Well, these are all wrong thoughts, causing me misery and all these things. Very good. Then immediately she felt better, then change over. That's why the shift is like the Mahayana Zen master say, it's like your palm. Understand? Flip over is already clear. But when you don't flip over, you continuously live that mundane thinking with negative thought without understanding, then you forever trapped in suffering in the existential world. But the moment you understand, you flip over, then your mind state become different. Very good. PG, Sadhu.
And on that day itself, something happened. When I came to into the hall, I could feel that there has been a shift of mind.
Oh, very good.
And the mind becomes so quiet, so quiet that I don't feel any thoughts.
Wow, very good. Sadhu.
And it's like everything is like below here.
Yeah. Because it's not at the forehead. Down there.
I could see things so clearly, brother.
Yeah.
Your hand movement.
Yeah. Sadhu. That is the awareness.
It's so clear.
Yeah.
For once I see everything so clear. I was so surprised.
Sadhu. Very good.
You know, and everything I do is like,
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, the awareness and the thing
yeah.
as one. Sadhu. Means your mind settle down already. So what happened is, initially, is the what they call the test, the karmic. Because she has been doing in the Tuesday class reporting, she got this joy, very strong, what they call, she have very strong, like compassion, gratitude until tears come on. Then she determined, she has this one, but this round come because of the cold. So this is the karmic obstruction. But luckily she recognized the wrong thought. Then she reversed. Then like I say, like the pump, pump, shift. Then she can feel energy because her heart open. When she aditana and all things, you hear the reporting on Tuesday class, very strong. Then all the energy, everything. So because of that, she now developed that type of understanding. But the karmic obstruction initially got to go through because of health. Now you understand how important is health. When your health is not strong, that's why I japo, you know why I japo? Because when your health is weak, like a young that time, I was scared of cold. That time I come to Cameron Highland, retreat. You know the floor no plank, the cement rendering, very cold. Then morning, take bath or wash your face, no hot water one. You think like now, oh, hot water, sheep oxide. That time, and that time during the 80s, I don't even know heat tech. Maybe no heat tech, no warm clothes. You know what I did? I just bring some more clothes. Then because of that, I only got one towel, and the towel is very thin one. You know, that time don't know how to buy this sort of thing. No wife yet. So my mother last time I want to buy cheap one, she buy the tuala, not good morning. Good morning is small, but this one is the thin type of normal bath towel. My morning meditation so cold, but luckily I used that one to cover. Then I did Pamina. Then my anapanasati come. After my anapanasati come, then my mindfulness come. Then I don't feel the cold. I don't feel the chill. Then my mind transform. That's why I must not have aversion. No negative thought. I taught this to my son now. I said, whatever happened in office or in school or in your relationship, remember, don't get angry. Don't get negative. You know why not? You set the condition for negative karma to come. Then you have wrong thought. You have the evil root. That's why when you reverse your thought, there is no condition for the negative karma to come. You can shift back. That is how you must understand it. Okay, Fiji, very good. Sadhu.
Towards the afternoon, so lunchtime. So of course, a lot of activities, all the chit-chatting and all that. And you can see the cows disappear.
Gone,
Then for the next day, of course, it's the craving. Because what happened now?
You try to get back that state.
So I tell myself, just let it be. This is just part of your path, learning the cultivation. So I just left it as it. So this morning, remember the chanting that was done. So at the time I was lying down, and to me that the chanting initially I tried to follow. Then I said no, just let it be. Let them do the chanting.
Correct.
You absorb the chanting itself.
Vibration.
Let it do the transformation. And
Correct.
After that, I think I come out.
Oh, good.
Then when I got up, I noticed that the shift had happened.
Shift of consciousness happened, and you have rested very well. It's like you become very fresh. Then very clarity, everything. This is how it can be done. Then the other thing is when energy comes, PG, relax. Relax. Remember that. If you relax, actually, you can lie down despite your cold or whatever. You lie down. When you become aware, mindful, and relax, then the energy inside there will dissipate, means become less strong. Then it will trigger the awareness that you have developed to give you the type of warmth. Because sati, actually, when you are in continuous sati, the feeling cannot come in. The angry is not there. Because that's your awareness nature. So you give it a try. Then this one, before your health recover, you go to cold place, you can also recover. It's amazing when you say even the heat tech also doesn't function. Normally heat tech have a lot, no? But it's okay. Maybe your health need to jump off. Okay, continue.
And the calm state stayed with me for the whole day.
Wow, sadhu, let us rejoice. So these are glimpses of all this that will let you see. Means you have the past, but now you cannot develop it because of the karmic thing. Then when the condition is appropriate, when you know how to reply, contemplate, then the shift will come. Then all this become positive suddenly. So this is what cultivation is. If you are aware, mindful, you will change. Because you will realize this is not what you want. This is like tormenting you, torturing you, all the wrong thought. Then she said, what am I doing? You remember? Very good. Anything else, please?
Nothing else, Pratya.
Thank
But
you.
you see, like now I'm shivering.
Yeah.
That's how cold I am.
Yeah. Next time I teach you, you go and buy this one. Also Uniqlo. This one very warm. PG, PG, you go and buy this one. This one very warm, very thin and very warm. Yeah, my wife.
阿弥陀佛。
Okay.
Firstly, I want to say 感恩 to Brother Teo and have this condition to come here to cultivate. And then also thank you 感恩Kalyamita 还有 committee members really put in a lot of effort to have this condition to this place to cultivate.
Let's say in Mandarin, speak in Mandarin. That's her English not so fluent. Yes, again.
同修们，大家好，晚上好。走2天呢，我的脚可能是因为太久没有盘坐，长时间，所以我的脚好酸，好酸痛。但是呢，我的心就 OK， 心静，不是心静，很平静。你就好像它分开的，它一直分开的，只是你可以看到它的脚 suffering， 你的脚有 this body 的 rupa suffering 很苦，就是因为这样子和环境呢不适合嘞，这个身体呢就受苦了。而且我们有这个身体，就可以感到这个身体的苦，但是心里呢就没有去 attach， 就是其实它是我，因为你已经了解了，身体只是
body is a
body is body, mind is mind, body never mind, mind never body.
你能够接受。
只是不过我还有跟家，我的脚这很久，不是风湿这很久没有来江冷。不过第3天呢，就只是可以感觉到它没有这样酸了，只是它有点tense 这样子，不过没问题了咯，就好了，可以接受。心境怎样讲？你关下去嘞，很平静，空的，void，空的，很静，也很 calm 嘛，然后再另外一次呢，就可以看到它是 calm， 它不是我们所看的 brightness，
不是，
但是你知道你有你的 awareness 在那边的，然后你外面的事情啊，你也知道它里面空，void，外面事情你知道，就是说里面外面你都知道，就是我不会怎么样讲，就是空没有的，void 呀，真的你可以看到这样子罢了，
是的，
就是这样子咯。
Very good, very good. I explain a little bit. I explain a little. Yeah, sadhu. No, because you know why? When she has this problem, where she has some basic Buddha Dhamma understanding, she also got understanding of the anatta and all those things. So because of that, she can develop the acceptance. The acceptance is very important. The acceptance enables the mind to detach. Like Ajahn translate, mind is mind, body is body. So she can be aware of the numbness, the swan or whatever, understand? But when you accept means what? 接受, you don't create mental hindrance. Understand? When you don't create mental hindrance, the sati take over. Then you can look at it. Like the two are separate. That is the first jnana knowledge. Paricheda jnana. Rupa Paricheda Nama Rupa Jnana. Means ability to discern clearly. Mind is mind, body is body. That is very good. Sadhu. Sadhu. Everybody can do.
就是虽然是这里空，有时候你可以感觉到背后有叮格铃，它不知道它在什么，前面空，后面叮格铃罢了，这样子。我不知道身体的叮格铃一直在 vibrating 叮格铃，我就这样子罢了。
I explain first before I forget. You see, when she felt inside like a void, means the awareness nature got nothing because she has actually penetrated sakariti. He said the direct seeing, you remember the sharing earlier on. So because he understands no reality, that's why cold. But he can be aware of outside things, understand? Inside is hollow, outside. Then later on he realized, because there's a physical body, itchiness or what she said, tingling means there is some for pity, understand? Pity. That's why they call it pity. When you are in pity, there is joy. The joy, sometimes tingling sensation, they tell you tingling before it becomes sukhang. Sukhang means blissful already. So very good.
大家都可以做到。还有一点，上次我出来 explain 之后 ，then I have the recollection 我在教书的时候，我还在教书的时候，我在教书，因为那时我有 practice Anapanasati 在 daily mindfulness 做工也是好的。那时候在学校我很少讲话，然后呢，我教授看到了 aware。You are writing on a whiteboard. You can aware your mind thinking you are aware what you are doing. I don't know how to say it.
The thought process. The awareness is aware of your thought process.
Inside aware is not aware.
It's not a knowing, it's the awareness.
Awareness. There's no It's writing, teaching, the mind operate, just what I'm teaching, just that. So I just, never mind, continue teach, like that. So after that, I also forgot already.
Wow, sadhu. Those are the glimpses from the past that come back to her.
I don't know where is the awareness or what, but I think...
No need to know. She described it her own way. Then for those who have been through, they will understand. Very good.
This way, I'm very happy.
I see.
So I see all the Kalimita.
Yeah.
都是同修的，
同修的，
在修，互相扶持啊。
sadhu. Okay, Pamasuri.
Good evening, Radio and all Kayanamitas. I would like to divide my share into two parts. The first one is about my meditation and practice, and the second one is about organizing this retreat. Okay. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to Brother Teo for his trust and opportunity given to me to organize this retreat. And talking about my actually I took a early retirement. Just now only I saw the date. I remember the first day I'm supposed to go back to work. The first day of my retirement, I went to Brother Teo's office to do this puja book. Then you look at the date, 2016. That's my first.
6 years ago.
That's my first. What I call. 不是我要做的事情啊，我第一件要做的事情，我一 retire 我要做的事情就I retire early because this is the work that I want to do. And I don't know why in my nature I have the urge to always to organize something for friends of Ganamitas when I was in teachers college. This thing happened. Even though I got no transport, I got no friends, still organized, and somehow the retreat turned out, the monks came in, and then I got no car to fetch the food and help come in, and it was a real surprise. And I think that paved me the way to meet Brother Teo.
And also later on, even after we print the chanting book, you come and tell me there are students, especially school, very few for means the Buddhist society that help them. So she said, can we give them the chanting book? Then we print some more. I said, go ahead. That's why she organized a lot of this kind of thing. Then I remember that time she was very determined to retire and go into this. Then, like she said, on the first retreat when he came, he said, for so many years he was cultivating and searching now. He was looking for someone who can guide her. He cannot find. Then when she met me, she was very happy, full of joy. Then I remember after that retreat, she determined want to call Brother Teo to join and all those things. Then I remember after he retired, Igby also retired. The two of them I remember very clearly. Igby government servant, planner, she teacher. My wife also teacher. Okay, you continue.
Okay, actually I come to this place in 1982. That's how I get my name Padmasuri at the Up Library there. By my first teacher. Yeah, I recall every time I come back, I recall. That's why I would like to thank a few people first, especially those drivers who drive us up. Brother Chin Hao.
Yes.
Brother Kok Lun. And not forgetting Brother Tune.
Sadhu. Very good.
And all Kaya.
Use
Without
the
anyone
other mic. Use the other. Where your battery, I think, about to finish it.
Without any one of you, this retreat will not be like this.
Correct, yes.
Without what happened, also this retreat will not be like this. Okay, Brother, I would like to report a bit about my meditation. First day when I came in, I felt the energy is so strong. My whole body was bubbling and so hot. But I slept well. The first night, I really slept deep sleep and
very good.
very, very nice sleep. And then I wake up 5 o'clock and then we went down for the chanting. So because I was very busy the last 2 weeks in and out. So the second day when we come in, settled in, the second day I was actually very tired. The first day morning, when Brother start teaching, I was fishing. I start fishing. So after lunch, I was contemplating, should I sit or should I lie down? If I lie down, I sure doze off. But I said, no, I give it a try. If doze off, I take a rest.
No problem.
But
because when your body need to rest, you rest. No
but
problem.
surprisingly, I can meditate and sleep at the same time.
Wow, very good, Sadhu. Please maintain awareness while the body resting.
Yes, my body was resting and I can hear the crawl sound. It went in, I was sort of like doze off, going to doze off and crawl again.
Then you aware again.
Aware again.
That should be the way.
So it was like about that session was about an hour or so. Like
very good, very good.
So that was the second day. Third day, fourth day was quite normal. And during the Bodhisattva taking
the vow.
The vow that day.
That day a lot of things happened.
I was quiet and during the first 众生无边誓愿度那个时候 there's an understanding inside me telling me 怎样去度这些众生离开那个八苦 to liberate from the 8 dukkha in the first because brother
first noble truth.
The first noble truth
And after that, I can, this is only an experience.
Yeah.
I can smell very fragrant.
Yeah.
From here, and that fragrance is not that fragrant.
I know.
That
Not the joystick
not the
or
joystick.
the incense on, yeah, it's different. That one really very fragrant.
Very fragrant around here. I smell.
Mm.
Okay, that was one, and then after that, when I lie down, I can go in quite. I can feel the conscious, the shift,
Shift of
the
consciousness.
shift, and then I can stay in.
Yeah, for quite a while.
For quite a while, and
Very good, very
it
good.
looks like going deeper, but sometimes
no, you need to
I'm not
relax.
stable.
No, you need to relax. You may think you are relaxed, you need to continue to relax. But never mind. You continue to relax, it will go deeper. You will go deeper. Then it will stabilize. It will stabilize. Just continue. Based on this understanding and the progress, initially is the snore. The moment you snore, aware. Because your maintenance aware is there. Then her condition, she very tired and get a good sleep. Means the first night, she felt the energy or thing. The good sleep is actually activating the heart rate. Understand? Without you knowing it. You have to shut out your thinking, shut out your whatever conscious mind, then only you can have the deep sleep. Yeah. Then this one inside actually move already. That's why you can wake up 5 o'clock, do the chanting where your faith is very strong. Then the second day, because you are already more settled down, more relaxed, so you felt the body tiredness and so. It's just like we go spiritual trip, remember? When you are there, you base here, don't understand. You're full of energy, like wow, a lot of joy, a lot of joy. But you come back, I tell you, once you reach home, you can sometimes sleep for 1 or 2 days. Where the body need to recuperate. Our virya, our faith can maintain this body so that during that time at the spiritual trip, where the condition is your nature know that during this time with the faith and the virya, the energy that you felt there, you will draw. Then as we move together, our collective consciousness and my nature's energy, that one also will help each other. That's why every time you travel with me or you go retreat, my nature's vibration together with the environment and all the create-based nature, they actually help you. But you must know how to receive it. Means have faith. Faith very important. Then relax. It will come in. Relax. Most important. Maintain awareness. Don't create thinking. You can. Minimal thinking. Okay? Very good.
Okay, that's one, and then I okay, there were okay, after that, the third day I remember was Karen, second day, third day, Karen's case, so I was a bit agitated because I couldn't cope. I was very, actually, before we came, I was very confident. I was very confident in the sense that we took 2 tests, and with the Chinese medicine, everybody should be okay. So actually, Sui An did call me to have some. Sui An is a very good working partner. He is very cautious and he's very understanding. So this time, actually, we work very well. We really work very well.
Told them, like seamless like that. No need to come to me. A lot of things go on.
It's just go on discuss. Okay, I agree.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. This one you do, this one I do. So it was
settle, very smooth.
settled, very smooth. I can work with him very well. Very smooth. And he understand me. I understand. He understand my way and I understand his way.
There is improvement in the cultivation. When you are sensitive, when you understand, you can accept them for what they are. Then you just become like very understanding, very cooperative. No problem, no problem. Understand? Like most of the time in Kanamita come and see me, I say, 没事, go. Like Janta, I want to go Ipoh. I don't even want to ask him why. There's no point. He must have a reason. And he's our doctor. No, I cannot say you don't go. Then later I know not only the pet, he also buy Dettol, buy medicine for Alicia. So these are the things that when you understand, it will manifest. Understand? So a lot of people have the understanding, it will unfold and it will manifest. As I later on, Jayanta share, then only we know he will buy medicine, buy that door. Then he very good advice from him as a doctor, because this COVID SOP are not easier. You must have understanding. That's why he understand many things. So we should all rejoice with all this good development. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, after that, after I was a bit agitated, then at first the confidence, after that,
Then
like that.
because the COVID happened, so she in a way disappointed.
And then is like I know Fachasi is in a very difficult situation.
Correct.
And I'm in between, you know.
Yeah,
I'm in between the Kanamitas and the temple's authority.
Yeah.
So at last today I understand why he is a bit, he think twice to give us the room down there for quarantine, because he need to use for this new group of guests.
New group of people.
So after they went back that morning, it's really very, I feel very relieved.
Yeah.
The energy, the whole, I'm very sensitive to all the vibration around me. So the whole thing subside. So after that, for 5th day, 6th day, there were one morning when Brother Tim was teaching, the whole session, I was in there and just listening. Just hearing from here the vibration. It was very peaceful and quiet. The mind is very quiet and very settled, very still. That was one. When everybody is very excited about the mist moving. So when I walk around, this understand come in, impermanence. This is impermanent. It always the thing will always change. After that is Fa Chang Si asked us to help to light the incense on behalf of them, because on that side and that side. So because he doesn't want to come in to interrupt us, walk in and walk out. So I did it every day 3:30. The timing is there. So I'm so scared I forgotten, I told Mrs. Steele, you remind me, set the alarm. So set the alarm, all the Kanamitas was meditating here. So I switched off the alarm. First day, I'm determined to remember. Second day, I said, I try to switch off the alarm. So I go and meditate. June 3:30, I just automatically.
You wake up.
Wake up. I wake up every day, June 3:30, so I wake up like.
Your mind, when you have this training, you can program it. When I was young, when I was a student, I want to wake up what time? I just tell my mind, I no need to have alarm clock on. I will wake up exactly the time. Because it's how you train the mind. Then since young, I know this mind, you can train it on. Where I have this type of ability. When I concentrate or focus, like I play mahjong, I play kala, the cat come on. But if I break reset, habis. Completely haywire. Because when I play mahjong last time with my classmates, as classmates, we all don't intend to make money from each other. Whoever make money at night go supper, he pay. So it's like understood. But the trouble is, I always make money until even after belanja supper, still got a lot of balance. Because I'm very good at this type of chance and my mind very strong. So play until other classmates are no. Once I concentrate at ulu, they will disturb me. Hey, quick, cannot ulu. Then they will bang the table. Quick, cannot ulu. They very scared of us. Every time I do that, almost 90% of the time, the cat come on. Then sometimes, you game already, you don't want to game. you purposely put the fei, you know a fei, the joker. You load fei, means you treat it as a flower then you bow. Then when I ulut, they very scared one. Because the moment I ulut, that thing really come on. Then they hurry me. I said, never mind, you hurry. Then I say, you have to do it. There is a song now. Today is the day or what, I forgot already. And really come on, and they witness it 90% of the time. That's why they know cannot let me ulut, cannot let me concentrate. So you have this type of thing. Then when I relearn that time, wow, my willpower come on. So that is what you will know when you are young. That's why I know I'm different. That's why I told you Chinese New Year 2 ringgit. I can make 100 over ringgit on. By playing pool first, 10 cent, 10 cent one. Then after that, play mahjong. Then play poker. You must have at least 30, 40 ringgit only can play poker one. Then normally chow sum I play poker. Then I win 100 over ringgit. But that year I steal my mother 2 ringgit. Sajak man, pop guy. That $4 also lost everything. That's why after that I learned. Yeah, you continue. Sorry. You chance still one more.
About 3, we can do until 9:30.
Oh, okay. You all can.
Yeah. No, I want to talk.
Okay.
Okay, this afternoon, actually, after finishing everybody, I felt very relaxed. Actually, I felt very relaxed. And then I was lying down there. I went in very calm. Very calm, and then it was for quite a while. Then somebody was talking there.
Yeah, you
But
can be aware.
I can aware. Then after that, another person come in and talk.
Yeah, you also aware.
I'm aware, but I was quite tired rushing for a few days already.
Yeah.
I have the greed lah. I have the greed that I wanted
progress.
I crave for progress
Yeah.
and I crave for this good meditation state. So it was like disturbed me already.
Yeah, sure.
Disturbed me already.
There is a craving, although positive, but very subtle craving. There is greed. When there is greed, the nature's law operate on. It has to be a true mind, a sincere mind, without the evil. This is what they call Bodhidharma meant by pure merit sense. The other one is tinted merit sense. And this one is not even tinted merit. This is a craving to progress. Because the mind that want, eager, cannot happen. Because this Dhamma, you can only realize it when there is no evil root. When there is understanding. But it's only the wisdom, the understanding that free and liberate the mind. Not all the thought-based will and all those things. You do that, it cannot. When it comes to meditation, awareness, wisdom, you cannot really. The thought once, like Ajahn Chah said, you want to be an Arahant, you sure cannot become an Arahant. Because the one thing is a craving to be, to become. Then it set the condition for the mind to have this, what they call subtle greed behind, which you can't see. Then you will justify, a desire to progress cannot be. Understand? Means you don't understand the causes and conditions. When there are causes and conditions for you to progress, you will progress, understand? But you cannot go look for it, understand? Desire it. Then you will be very miserable. It's just like good meditation. Just now who was reporting? Oh yeah, you must be.
So actually, then
Oh no,
this
PG. You want it repeated? Cannot. PG, you remember just now she reported her mind suddenly shift and she had the right thought. Then after that she went in, then very calm, very still. Then after that he go down, talk to people, interact, then lost that calmness. Then come back want to meditate again, remember? Looking for that state, cannot come again. So you have to have the understanding.
And then this, after that, they were talking, and then this mundane mind come out, no. Hey, this is meditation time, you know. And this is meditation hall.
Very good, very good.
So then I lost my awareness.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
I come out there, I said,
definitely.
can you all talk somewhere else?
Yeah.
Very fast, very fast.
He agitate you, because.
So I apologize to those who are talking here just now.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. You will slowly have to go through all this because you're able to go in before the understanding to root out defilement. Understand? So this stage of cultivation is you are still under training. Understand? You need to go through. There's a stability, everything. Then you need to understand. Then you need to third way and the fourth way to trace the origin factor. Then straight away you root it out. Then you cannot do already. Because you are fully aware of your mundane mind. Although he say inside, but the awareness is not stable. So that's why the thought can come out very fast. I already earlier mentioned a few times that the awareness and the thought process, they are very near, understand? The moment you perceive, allow the memory to come in, the content go in, the thought come out already. And this thought is very fast. That's why when you silent, develop awareness-based meditation, then that thought cannot come out because you are very quiet, very calm. Then later on when you have wisdom, you can just accept things as they are. Then the other thing about meditation, awareness-based meditation, aware, finish. Understand? Aware, finish. Then you cannot be agitated, understand? Because your awareness there, finish. Why you want to know? Knowledge. Understand? Sankara. So last time I remember when I had this ability, my first batch of cultivator together with me at that time, I think during the early 80s. Then later on, when I was able to develop the awareness after I met my last guy. So when we go for like, I think retreat or what, I don't know, then or activity, we travel. So we stay at the same place. Then they got hall and all those things. I think it's a resort or what. So we were like resting down there. Then they saw, they heard my snoring. Then they saw everybody sleep already. Then they like to talk behind my back when I'm sleeping. So they all get they say, tiêu khốn now, that is like gong now. The next morning, they got a shock of their life. Every conversation, I want to know, I can know. Then because there is condition, I said, wow, last night somebody comment so much about me. Then they look at each other. They thought somebody come and inform me. Then after that, when I can repeat what they say, oh, then only they got a shock. Then she said, oh no, I thought look now. I thought you sleep. That's why the awareness you have to every. But when you have the understanding already, then at that level, you will know how to listen. You want to know, you can know. You won't be agitated. Like I won't feel that, oh, this guy talk about, but I just laugh because they are just the way they are. Understand? Then I know the next morning if got condition, I will bring it out, and they will all panic on. That's why next time they say, hey, So all these are possible when you have the awareness. Okay? Yeah, continue.
Okay, I think this is after that I know there's no more chance to go in again. So I go for a shower. When I come out, I realize the time for lighting the incense is slightly over already. So don't play with this way, please. It's a condition to prompt me that I haven't liked the
for you to
incense.
learn. For you to learn. Yeah. Very good. Continue.
I think there's that I think that's all is for my meditation part.
Okay.
Okay, for
organizing this retreat. Actually, I have been pursuing this retreat since last year.
Yeah, last year.
When I came in to see Pachansi personally,
Yeah.
to clear to clean up their drinking machine and all that with two other friends. So she said, he told me, 你们要来10个可以啦，我可以煮给你们吃。他给我10个位置，我有跟 Radio 都 Radio 嘛。So Radio didn't say yes. So I know when Radio didn't say yes, that means it's no lah.
Because 10 is too little. So no problem.
So after that, the second round, I waited. Nowadays, I'm not so, I can wait for the condition to
You are more patient.
more patient, and when I want to do something, I can wait for but not perfect yet. I have not perfected it yet. But most of the time, the condition will unfold and then things will fall into place. Most of the time it's like that. Okay, so until the last Kuantan. The last Kuantan, I was talking to Song at my place. I said maybe it's time to go on because later he offered me 20. He offered me 20. So I still wait. So that day the felt come, The felt come, I talked to Song. If we don't go, if we wait, we have to wait until when? 不知道等到几时，20个就20个了，有因缘气的人就去咯，没有因缘气的人就没有办法了咯。So that night, the felt come, So I give him a call. I give him a call. He said, okay, 20个，20个。So once he said 20个, I was so happy. Then I straight away call Radio. So
then I say, on. That's why the date will be fixed.
So we fixed already. Actually, I went through a lot of tough time. I cannot goreng one, So the fish goreng this side, turn around, goreng more. Then until he told me, 就是这个数目了啊，不可以再增加。They know, I know their rules. They said that what they tell me one time only. If you say second time again, you ask second time again, sure cannot goreng. So that's how we get the place to go on. After that, I start organizing. Actually, to organize this one, I went through a few years already. I find that the most difficult part. So I mean, I report, it's like a report or talk over to you all, see how we can, amicably work out a better way for everyone, for me, and I don't want to have those uneasy feeling in me. The difficult part when we have no bus is the transport. I waited and waited. I couldn't solve the problem because one car, two car shop. I waited, couldn't solve the problem, but I had to announce already. So you all, I can feel the the urgent, the people that is waiting for me to announce something. So when I announced, there were people disappointed because no transport. And last, Tammy was the first one to text to me. So and then later Sui An came in to help. So I apologize to those who didn't, those who have to pay for the transport. Take it as you help the driver to earn some thing. Because I cannot go to the extent to ask somebody, hey, you can drive, can you offer me a car to drive? Actually, I tried, I tried to get somebody to sponsor for transport, but I'm not successful.
Never mind.
I'm not successful, so that's why I waited.
Okay, what you need to do when it comes to transport, you contact Sui An first. Yes, Sui An got jalan. You know a lot of people. The only thing is, worst come to worst, we pay, but he can get quite good rate on. In fact, you told me Mr. also can, but very expensive.
But very expensive.
But because our group is small, so I said, never mind, it will get resolved. I said, let things be. But then finally, he said, Sui An managed to get a car. Then Kok Lun came in. Then Jin Hao came in, Cultivation. Yeah. So no problem. Then Jayanta try himself. So all this settle. Good.
Okay, the next one is the duty part.
Mm.
Okay, Tune is very helpful.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very supportive,
Yeah.
and he give me a lot of suggestions.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, every year this duty part is quite difficult to I would say it's a
Organize.
very challenging part.
Organize, yeah.
A very challenging part. So he said the first one way you can do is you just put in everybody, so everybody take.
Yeah lah.
But that one costs a lot. I tried. This is what brother told me. But every year when come in, a lot of I can feel the vibration. Sorry.
No, because the previous year got new people. So these new people, they are new. Sometimes they forgot, not to say they purposely don't want to turn out. Then the leader also fed up with it. Assign 5 already or 4. How come only one turn out or nobody turn out? I want to say. So if you don't have the understanding, all this will be there. But you have the understanding, let things be. Because when we come, we actually should feel gratitude and gratefulness that people allow us to have the retreat and everything is provided. We're supposed to upkeep, understand, do our duty so that when we leave, we maintain, return in whatever original condition or better condition. So all this, you have Karamita that have some for understanding. No problem, like this one. They volunteer, not their duty also they gonna do, understand? When we really 无够人手啊，不够 helper，因为 everybody also wants to attend the meditation class, don't want to miss out. But when it comes to this type of thing, if you can sacrifice, it's very good when you have understanding. Especially Alicia, she has most of the understanding. That's why she keep on going down, or like Corbin also keep on going down to. Then there are a lot of helper to song. Even I think coaching also, sorry, 爆脸嘛，coaching. Jin Hao, of course, busy with the laptop. I say my daughter also busy. So other people have to do the duty. So it's not an issue anymore.
Okay, the next another way is I let you all know how I go through this. Another way is I put an empty list in a WhatsApp so everybody start choosing. Okay, then I come to think about what about if Yun Chang with the slow phone. He cannot.
Not handphone savvy one.
Not handphone savvy one. So if she get to wash the toilet, how is she going to wash? So I come to all this. I consider all this because some are more elderly, some are more energetic. That's why from my perspective, I look at things overall.
Yeah.
I look at the whole group perspective.
But you don't worry. You just cannot. You just no problem on this thing. Yeah.
So after that, I send out a message. I send out a message if you have any medical condition that you need.
Yeah.
So I already fixed, but I take the middle way. So I take the middle way. So I already fixed, and their suggestion come in, and I can get people even suggest me to put Tune to wash toilet. For all you know, he has been washing the gents' toilet. This is the third year. Every time he comes.
Every time, even my room also.
But he is very in the words. He accept it. He said, never mind, wash toilet, He just want to help me to get to fix. Get to fix up the duty list. Okay, that is one. And another person, I want to express my thanks to those Kayanta who send in messages like, Pamasuri, you can put me anywhere. I can do any. I can do any
role.
It's not the work that you do for the group, It's the support and the motivation that give me the faith to go this way, to go on, keep on organizing. This is the support that I felt from the Kamita.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
When we organize this, it should not be one person, it should be a committee.
Yes, we tried actually. Yes, we tried that. Actually, myself and Sui An tried that, but we still feel the most efficient way. We work together, especially small group like this, because many people, many suggestions, many opinions, and at the end we waste a lot of time.
Small committee. That's how all the other temples run. They have a small committee to run it. You can have about 3 people.
Yes, but at the end of the day,
a lot of people, and they put up sheets for volunteers who want to volunteer to do different things. You put up, let them volunteer, and then you can put in those who gaps and fill up the gaps.
But Yunchan, being Bratio's Kayanamita group is Bratio Kayanamita's group. We are a very special group.
Yeah, special group.
We are very, very special. You can never, all around the world, you go retreat, you can never get this type of retreat.
Correct, yes.
Okay, I tell you my experience. Okay, I tell you my experience. At the end of the day, it's still the 2 of us go and get the brooms, go and get the toilet paper, everything, buy and move up the bus. It comes like that. So, but at the end, we managed to get it done. Managed to get it done. We are like a.
What we do is they split out the duty. So like my wife, no, Yun Chan would like to be in charge of beverage, so put her in charge.
That's why I know you can help in the beverage. That's why I would.
So you must know who can do what, and Kayamita very simple. Most of them will say, you put me anywhere also I will do.
Yes, so
sometimes not put there also he will do.
Yes.
Like this afternoon or what, I forgot. You say you need 2 helpers straight away. Actually it turned out to be 3, not 2. Song and Alicia, then another one I forgot who.
Yes, Pratio, when we are here, I feel that we are like a family. But when I'm doing the duty list that time, wow, I cannot goreng how many times, how many rounds,
So
sorry, Pratio, I have
don't worry, I know.
I have to say, I
know.
I don't want to carry these things. I don't want to keep on carrying these things. And I have Kayanamita come and tell me, I want this duty with this Kayanamita at this place. So because the certain Kayanamita need to be at certain station. Like Alicia is very familiar with the kitchen. If I put her in the kitchen, so my problem,
your problem reduce
by half. I can reduce by half by assigning kitchen to her, and she's very familiar and she's very happy.
Efficient.
Yes, she's very efficient.
Actually, no problem.
So no problem.
We will
But
develop
anyway,
understanding over this. So I think we have enough. You want to continue?
Yes, I want to continue until everything is ironed out. So can we come to a consensus like the duty we cannot escape due to the tradition of the Mahayana temple, and we need to take care of the place and these things. So can we come to a consensus like?
No, next time you come to me, Brother Theo decide one thing. I will just together. You like the name list, you dare not make decision. I just do it. Then immediately after that you sign up.
Okay, thank you, Brother. Thank you. That really soft.
Because otherwise you cannot. Just all along, last time I also told Sui and all those committee who have I said, ayo, why you have so much problem? I say, sign lah. They actually need your help to come in and become the participant of this retreat. They actually need to be close to you, friendly to you, and all that. You end up like that because you give them too much freedom. Then you start to ask, they are not enlightened beings. They will ask for the sky. Everybody is by nature selfish. That's why I say, forget about it. You understand who is good at what, who is willing to what. You assign. then you know the few who is already have the Dhamma or what can help you one. These are the what we call every time the support group when you don't have people or the people promise to come didn't turn out or what. This one like spare. You call standby, sorry. So you can easily just call them. Like now you know Colin. Anytime you look for Colin, he'll come on.
Really, if like that, very kesian Kok Lun got no time to sit.
No, forget about this. People who do all this, they do with their understanding. Right? They have the faith, they willing, understand? Then they feel that this is what they can do. Where Cockloan is trained in the science, understand? And he do things like he say, now he know how to accord and flow. Otherwise, he's very systematic one. He plan and all that. Then he observe, he do. He observe, he do. That's how. So sometimes we have to like understand the thinking mind, the mundane mind, very cunning. Why? It make you feel like I don't want to tak zui, understand? I don't want to make life difficult. I don't want to have problem. I don't have. Then you stress yourself out. Understand? That's why like Dhamma, very simple. Understand? The simple one, open mind, progress very fast. You think until very complicated. No issue also become issue because you open up and you let them make the choice. Why? Like in the school, I remember primary school, secondary school, the duty list, Sunday, holiday. Oh no, other stuff Friday, Saturday. So Monday to Thursday, they have a duty list on it. The teacher just assign. You dare to say no? Understand? Unless they have health problem or what, that is different. So you have to have understanding. Simplify things. Then whatever situation it will arise, resolve it. Resolve it means what? Develop understanding. Apply Noble Eightfold Path. That's why I say everything in life is cultivation. Your life itself is a meditation. This is where the living Dhamma arises. So you cannot handle life, you cannot handle your meditation and spiritual training. Once you have spiritual training and understanding, you can handle life. And so when you understand life, you can handle life. So resolving amicably is one. Then simplify things. Don't be too complicated. Otherwise, very difficult. I know you have this type of character. Yes, you don't like to hold things inside. Because when this thing, it make you very, very miserable and uncomfortable. That is your karmic obstruction. This is what you do in the past. So this life you come, this character and tendency is so strong in you. Like if you say, people taro you, you taro people. It means what? Why people taro you? Because you have to reflect how you approach a situation, how you organize the situation, like that. Then you cannot taro back is because you don't understand what the other person is thinking. So we have to have this understanding. Then if let's say before they taro you, you say sorry, apologize because I really don't know. If I know, I would not have gone. Use the right speech and right action and right thought to actually resolve issue. Most of the time when you're willing to say, I'm really sorry, very sorry, then resolve. Understand? Slowly change. The attitude is from the past, understand that character. I know it affected you very long already. Even relative also earlier on because you got that type of character. Pardon me for saying it. You very stubborn. Understand? You want is you want.
Yes, I'm very determined. Whatever
okay, you use the word very determined. Okay, to me is you have that very stubborn mind because you very bosong when you agree with people or you instruct people, then they don't do. Straight away you learn. And all these are our karmic conditioning from the past. Why other people don't have such issue and problem? So like I always say, We have to see, but we can do it, then root it out, straighten our view. What is noble evil power? Everything right, no negativity. The way you approach things, the way you want to organize things and do things, everything also lead to conflict, misunderstanding, a lot of problems. So you have to review that. Am I applying noble evil power? Noble evil power means understand the nature's law, accept them for what they are. Then accord and flow, like colonel, then everything will be resolved. You have issue you cannot solve, you come and see me. I will resolve it for you. Okay? Anyway, we thank you. You really went into a lot of effort to get all this organized. Then I remember last time, the first time she approached me, but to let me have a chance to organize spiritual trip. Oh, that one he did very well. Oh, because with Mr. O and all those things. You remember spiritual trip? So that one actually let her have the condition to want to organize. Because this is her, what they call, in the past she wants to organize this to help people to manage things and all those things. This is what she wants to do. But she also have other type of character which she didn't see. So now there is condition, you see, and hopefully, purposely, you reflect, you contemplate, then you improve on it. Like you do a spiritual check. Your noble evil power is accord and flow with all the right thought, right speech, right action, born of right view. So right view is very important. Right view is to resolve issue amicably through the Dhamma way, wisdom way. Understand?
Yeah, thank you, Brother, for the advice.
Sadhu. Yeah, this is very good. At least we learn. So it's not only peculiar to Pamasuri, other people also got, like holy and all things. Because if they don't change, they will be just the way they are. Understand? So we need to develop more and more understanding, then contentment, gratitude, love. Then we rejoice and fast. Like what Alicia went through. She just shift from the depressed wrong thought over to right thought, like what PG went through. Then the whole thing like a pump flip. Finish. No more problem. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Yeah.
At last, I would like to thank Brother for trusting me to do all this and for giving me the opportunity to organize this retreat. And I will still pursue. If next year we have the condition,
no problem.
year after year, I will do it until I think I won't stir under any condition.
You see, one thing, one thing good is when she approached me, I can sense whether a person is sincere or not. Because she really sincere, she wants to do. That's why I gave her the consent. Alicia. Yeah.
Actually, part 3，我可以讲一下我们的 encounter 吗？
可以。
Actually, Brother, I'm so sorry, and Papa Sri also, I'm so sorry. Actually, when Papa Sri approached for full kitchen 的时候，然后我就心想，其实是我很爱做的嘛。可是他跟我说，你要什么什么什么，你跟我说，然后我去跟甘兰讲，然后我就讲，
哇，这样就 complicated。
我就旁边的人就一直跟我讲。哪里是这样？不是这样的。我这个一下子就很愚痴的我，OK， so 就stir up 了stir 了，我讲这样啊，这样我不要做 kitchen 了 ，ego 嘛 ，ego 啊，你知道 ，very ego， 所以阿松又不在我，又不在。I'm really sorry。后来我 contemplate 回去。我很心疼他的 effort， 所以到最后对，所以我很心疼他。后来我 reflect 了，哎呦 ，My God，she do so much thing，so how can I run away from this？So 我就给 Pama Sri 一个 text 跟他 apologize， 我说我要跟你忏悔，因为 这个是我的理论，我讲是那个一刹那的一个一念之差，我就把整个事情弄到这样子，明白吗？所以在这边我是想跟爸妈讲，放下一点吧，
对，
不是说其实我可以很directly跟他讲，可是我不要讲。我要你自己去 realize， 然后那个也是我自己的愚痴啦，我的 ego 啦，so 到最后我 reflect 回去，我感觉到他为我们的付出实在是太多，所以我就义不容辞的什么你们要做什么，我都会帮你们这样子。
对。
所以在我来之前，我已经有了这个心理的准备，而且最感人的就是 Sister Indy， 她也很 support， 然后哇，你都来的。我是很因为讲很惭愧的话，在家我没有做打扫的，
对，
所以我很惭愧的，因为家里的都是either part-time 还是 Freddy 跟我做，而且刚才我走着走着，我非常感恩 Freddy， 有一个很深的 gratitude，you know he supported me so much，you know in whatever way，so I felt 我太过来 take things for granted，you know， 我从来没有 ，even LC 每天都在 remind 我，你应该很感恩他，你知道吗？在你10多年，你这么 depressed， 他旁边一直在陪着你的，去走过那种很痛苦的岁月，因为我痛苦，他也痛苦，全家人都痛苦，所以，sorry， 爸妈 ，sorry， 真的很抱歉，所以我会。你未来的 retreat 我也会很 support 你，所以你不要担心，你下一个 retreat 不会再设了 ，OK？ 感恩大家，阿弥陀佛。
That's how you resolve, understand? Open it up. Don't be paiseh. Don't go and assume, understand? Got anything, resolve it, understand?
Actually, brother，我也不知道我知道他跟甘南街很熟。可是如果他直接跟甘南街联络，我又跟我的钱是在师傅那边，我也是有叫师傅帮忙买一些东西，所以他要的人我已经给他，其实我已经排好了的，那个时候我全部都已经 set 了的，我不是不要他跟甘南街，
不是you have to understand because the kitchen condition is when you assign somebody, that person has to coordinate with the kitchen people, understand? If you go through you only, you pass a message, it won't work on anything.
It's not going through me, it's buying things we have to let Deng Song Sifu know. So everything, it should be one person, it should be a centralized coordination.
You talk about purchase, that one no problem. But in the kitchen, we'll come lunch most of the time there.
Yeah.
So
every year she did.
No, they can liaison direct, understand? What I want you to understand is, especially if I assign duty, if I assign you there, I want you to liaison direct. Don't come back to me unless there is problem, understand? You understand?
Yes, I never interfere. You see, I never interfere. I never go in.
No.
How come this year?
Maybe we didn't get it right. We resolve it. Because according to Alicia is, you say assign kitchen, no problem. Then you somehow go and tell her anything you want, you let me know, you go through me, then I inform Kamlancha. This is where the thing become like say, like that. Because she is quite organized one. She no one like that, a lot of problem.
It's not like that one. I never tell her to go through me and go to Kamlancha. It's never like that.
Oh, then maybe
but the thing is,
it's a misunderstanding.
No,
it's okay.
Brother, I tried, even I put her at the shy hall, I tried to get the vacuum cleaner. Every section, I put myself in that section. Is it possible for me to do the duty at that section? I put myself in.
No, you know why? End of the day, because you say Deng Xiong Su Fu, say the vacuum cleaner is okay, so we want to buy Kayamita. Then later on, realize she is in charge of kitchen. She is not in charge of meditation hall. Then she came in, no need to buy anything because it's not his territory, her assigned territory. Understand? So all this, when we understand, then no issue, understand? We just resolve it. More important is don't try to be right, understand? Don't try to like no issue, bring about issue, understand? This is how you can improve on your understanding and the way you approach a situation. Where Dharma way is accord and flow one. Dharma way is not rigid one, not fixed view one. Like that means like that. If things don't go our way or the planned way, then issue arise. So this one, don't worry, we resolve it later. Huh? Okay, thank you so much. Because luckily it's brought out, otherwise you keep inside worse. One day it may lead to very intense like resentment or unhappiness. So when we know there is such thing, we resolve it, which is good. Bring this up, not to say you cannot bring, you can bring up, but our advice is resolve it. That's all. Once resolved, no more issue. Resolve means follow no evil, but that's why your action based on understanding, you will resolve it. And you will know condition like that, things will be like that. Then if we get people who can understand, who can be helpful, we call them. And so if they don't want, then we get helper, we pay them like the kids and we pay. That's why I said if you need money to solve, solve. Then again, the advice is don't create unnecessary problem. Actually, no problem, but there one person stir everybody get into entanglement affliction. So learn to understand all those things. If you are patient, can accept people for what they are, whatever they say or what, your own way of reaction, stirring of the mind, all these are wrong thought, having the evil root. So be mindful, be aware, then train. Train means what? Not to suppress, not to yarn, but inside not happy, then you want to burst it out. So this is what the karmic conditioning from the past, because this is the habitual tendency that you have, which is very strong. And this life you come, like you inherit from spiritual nature, you inherit defilement, say, that's no different. So all this understanding, when you understand, you resolve it. Okay? Okay?
Yes, Ratil, thank you for the advice.
Sadhu. Okay, now Yin Chan, last one. Yeah. 苏一些了。You did you are the last.
I have shared already.
Oh, earlier on. Earlier on.
Bits and pieces.
Oh, okay, okay. Never mind. Express your gratitude or thanks or whatever. Yeah?
Okay. And I like to when at this retreat, I could feel once somebody said about COVID, the atmosphere was different.
Yeah. The anxiety, the fear, like spread. That's why Sui An very kind, very thankful. He always texts me separately. He's a very deal, caring, positive. I know already, but other people think I don't know. But you know about it.
When they left, somebody commented, "Wow, now it's very good."
Oh, okay. Okay, I commented. The weather all very good.
I had
but don't get me wrong. The weather all turned very good. You know why or not? Yeah? After they left, all your fear, worry, your anxiety, your negative consciousness thought, no more. That's why the thing go back to normal. Understand? You can experience, you can feel like our normal retreat back. The weather all very good, everything very beautiful, everything very good. You fall back in the place. Before that, why cannot? Because the first night already kena. And everybody, without saying out, not everybody have that understand. Then I told Suyan, don't worry, we have a doctor here. Then he said, Janta hasn't arrived. Yeah lah, wait for him to arrive, then we let him decide. Chat him case though. Where he came the next day, remember? Which is very good. And he came, he straight away handle the quarantine one. Then we managed to get another room. At first, Fajan Sifu tell who Masui, he can't tell me. He said, Fajan Sifu 不给房. 4 must stay together. Oh. But I say, you come for retreat, you use other people, but we echo and flow. We cannot go all out and insist. No. Then we take the Anta's advice. Then luckily everything fall into place. Then later they managed to give them another room. Then we isolate. Then after that, the Zoom turned out to be a blessing. If without the Zoom, I tell you, this retreat, you're miserable. They come all the way, pay the money first day, positive for to go home. Then Bodhisattva also cannot take. Luckily, English request from me. They all meant to be. It will fall into place. Then all this has to happen. The causes and conditions is really sad. Understand? So before you come, the SOP was thing. Everybody got in his mind. Everybody said, hopefully everybody okay. Hopefully everybody negative. Yeah, that is your expectation. But the moment you come first night, somebody can then that whole thinking like disrupted. Just like Pamasri organize, organize everything agree. Then suddenly disrupted. That's why he said he got concerned because he actually pardon me for saying he actually put tai chi, chui tai chi. He go and think what no. Worry for the temple no. 你做法占师傅难做的是喏，and so then the temple also worry in future they will not. All this is your thought project. So today we make the offering, we apologize. 法占师傅 said 没事没事，可以欢迎你来 because the virus has become normal. You also know 平常 the one that spread fast are not so potent anymore. So he said he want to try out another one, give us next year. See? So it can be resolved. But you don't want to project your thought and worry and create unnecessary unhappiness inside. Because this will create the condition for negative karma to arise. That's why at that time, I felt something not right. But normally I karma, not like that one. No. Oh, like a lot of things going on. But meant to be. That's why finally resolved. Then they go back also happy. We all got Zoom. Understand? Then whatever is a blessing in disguise for us to experience, so that you are every time smooth sailing, no problem. How you learn? Understand? You must have such thing. It's a test. It's a training. Then gentle.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I did to speed up a bit. Well, 1 week before the start, we were discussing how to solve the pre-exam, so doing the 2 tests and everything. So suddenly, Rashyan was texting me, Janta, if suddenly somebody really turn COVID, how? So I said, just quarantine them. No, I think better send them down. They want to pay for the transport. I said, people intention coming here to do it. I said, just aside, you know. Then that's why brother to ask me that day, you have medicine? I will prepare again. I said, just give everybody and we just keep it to the minimum. That's all.
And I also told you all, let that person who come make the decision. Don't go and interfere. Understand? Because if they are still negative, also you ask them to go down. Because you are close contact. How can you do that? Understand? Let people decide. Then no misunderstanding. Understand? Then luckily Sri An said, he called Amy, called Stephanie, 6:30 we will decide before tomorrow morning. So Stephanie, I met her from the room for. Then I said, Stephanie, how are you? He said, oh, okay. Then after that, you know what Stephanie told me? He said, Sri An Kong Lak Tempo must make decision. For me, okay one. Whatever decision, I also okay one. You know why? He said, I kena COVID before. Recently only, he said, I immediately. So you must understand, let them decide, understand? They make their choice. You cannot project your thought and prayer. No. You must do this, you must do that. Cannot. This one means rigid, out of fear, understand? You act out of fear. When you act out of understanding, it's like their life, let them decide. Understand? If they don't know how to decide, you advise them. That's why later on, Suyan advise them. You stay back, positive, you have to quarantine 5 days. Luckily, you got Zoom. If no Zoom, you quarantine 5 days, retreat over already. Must go back. That's why finally they decide to go back. And very good. Yeah, after they go back, you all have peace of mind. Everybody like Mama Sui said, wow, thank you. Then you know I went, wow, whether everything good already. That's why you must understand what I mean is no negativity on us. Because of the consciousness, understand? Because everybody, even Manyan also worry. Understand? Share room with India.
No, share mic.
Then become close contact. Then now she positive. Amy positive. But later on, when Manyan share, I tell her, why you worry? Asymptomatic. But it seems later on they told me got some fever. Started with fever, I think, but very mild. That's why she can Zoom, she can come in and all those things. So this is what understanding will help you to resolve issue. Do not preempting. Take care of karma take care of it. Meant to be will be. Why you worry? Understand? There are a lot of causes and conditions behind karma that people cannot understand. So have faith. Have faith in your own nature, your own karma, your own understanding, the virtue. Understand? Virtue protect. Don't worry. That's why we go spiritual trip. Everything soon. We don't go and worry about this worry. So this is a very good learning, understanding. Pamasri, slowly straighten your understanding and improve. You will become beautiful, don't worry. Yeah, you have done a lot and you are very sincere. The only thing is your old way, like Jin Hao and the Holland, you don't change. Very difficult to program. But you have program based on your reporting or your awareness, the story. Or this is very good. But then in between, when you can hear, actually is the power of awareness, let you hear people around do what. This is sensitivity or awareness. But instead, the mundane mind, the habitual, the condition come out. Then the thought tell you what. You think he your good friend. This is a meditation hall. How can you talk here? Or then that one, we tahan, then cannot meditate, then come out. Goreng. So it's okay, learn from it and understand. Then like Shiva promise in future she still want to organize, no problem, I will let her organize. Then she won't erupt again. She wants to. This is good, determined, but how to do it more important. Like I said, Pauline, know how they do it. She don't have, so work on it. Understand? So for Paramasu is more simple, except that she need to develop more understanding. Then she can straighten her view and rule. Yeah, the past is already gone. But it will condition you. Like the Buddha said, you are born of karma, heir to karma, continue. And you are what you are because of karma. So because of that, you accept. I am what I am because of karma. So now, from now on, I can change my destiny. Through Dhamma, through understanding, I straighten my view, I become different. Okay, finish. So you, oh, have I started? Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay, last one. This is a short joke. So the very morning, me and Sui, so it's like all of us got the COVID precaution. The three one down there didn't get.
Yeah.
So Sui said, "Hey, no send, no send." Oh, so I felt bad. He said, "Oh." Then at the end, I said, "No condition." Like, like so that's the end of it.
Oh, also before we finish, actually, you know why Karen and Tammy cannot? Because they're supposed to take the kucha, but they got health condition they cannot take. That's why Pamasuri said she very confident take kucha and the 2 tests. Sure, no problem. She's right. But being right doesn't solve your problem. Understand? Don't try to be right. Because we don't know, they have their condition. I don't know. So if you don't know, means like you don't have all knowing knowledge. And not to say they don't want to trust you to take your kucha, because their blood got problem, understand? So when you understand this, that's why I finally understand meant to be. Understand? Otherwise, this thing cannot happen. Then let you see how after 31st, the whole thing become different. That's why you must have faith. Your mind must settle down. Every time you got negative thought, unhappy, not peaceful, the karmic condition will arise. Then you will get into all sort of funny things. We didn't do anything, but nature do its work. So continue. 5 minutes.
I'll make it very fast. Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank Ingvi.
Yeah.
Her chanting was very good.
Thank you.
It opened my heart. Then the COVID situation, I managed to quieten my mind. Then it
Have
was
the understanding already. Very good. Yeah. I realize she's more calm now. She's not like calm and hyperactive. How COVID? No, never calm.
yeah, you said, the four of them are going to be quarantined together. The abbots, the administrator here says cannot give another room. So I thought, hey, that's odd. Anyway, nothing to do with me. I'm not the organizer, so don't need to bother. So that was okay.
That is good training.
Then I have this problem of hearing. I said, I can't hear you. I said, there, I can't hear you. Then I sat here, and then I sat down. And actually, before that, in during MCO, I've been practicing. You say I've been cultivating.
Yeah.
We call it practicing. Okay, then I already got a very peaceful.
Settled mind.
And I have this awareness because I also attend other retreats at home. So I got this awareness. So I was listening to Man Yuan, and very good. I can hear her very clearly. Sitting over this side. And then I could feel the rise and fall. Very
very clear. Very
it
clear.
just goes on and on by itself. So I had, but at home it was just for a short while, maybe about 1 hour or so. But here it's not bad. The whole period, the whole day. I can sit down. The other retreats, I can't sit down here and listen. I've listened to this already. Again.
Last time problem. I listen to this already. Then shut off.
Yeah, then I can listen. Then after I could pick up, although she went so very fast, I could pick up, okay, this one I've heard before. This one is new. And these are the, then I remembered you mentioned, it was mentioned in there that, that's the mindfulness. So I didn't know, I thought that was samadhi. Because it's stable. Then after a while, it became very quiet.
Sadhu.
So it was all very quiet all the way.
That one is a free mind.
Then when the thought comes, it comes after that. I don't think.
You know why? Because if he can listen and have that type of calm state, means it's a free mind, understand? Not in concentration. So if you continue with that, you will progress further.
Yeah, you kept saying my walking was bad.
Yeah, I can see. No, you were thinking.
So I spoke to
you're not natural.
I compared with her.
You're not
she said,
natural.
You just relax.
Relax and be natural.
Then I have to thank my man. Okay, I will walk. No, you don't like to see walking. I still walk.
No problem. You can walk, but bowing all you can do. But whether you're mindful or not, my nature can see one. Understand? I can know one. But most of the time, I don't say anything until got condition. Because some people may not be happy or may not like it. That's why sometimes I say, pardon me if I use this word. Understand? Because you have to understand everyone is different. Some are sensitive. Very good, Ijan. Very good. Sadhu.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, good.
I will thank everybody.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I will thank Padmasuri, and I was the one talking to disturb her.
Oh, no wonder. Oh, okay, okay. So you're gonna goreng.
Just got up and went off, and then I shared some hand signs, so I don't know what she.
Oh, very good. Luckily, hearing not good. Oh, that is good. Sadhu. Tong hay mo tong, huh? Cannot understand hand sign.
And thank you, Bertio, for untiringly you have been saying
Triangle.
explaining
Trinity.
everything over and over. I mean, it's a lot of trouble, and even during the MCO, you got the Zoom go okay, so that we can continue to listen to Dharma.
Yes.
Thank you, and thank you for all the people who helped with IT, with the kit.
Sadhu. Yeah, rejoice. Huh? Sadhu. That's why we must have more and more of this rejoicing, Mudita, fast ceasing, then gratitude. When you have this mind, you have done it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. She was trying to explain things to me. Then I only see this portion. I see this other portion. I only see the Paticca Samubada, only that bit.
Sadhu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's rejoice. I think sadhu. We will do the closing puja then.
The YouTube.
Oh, the YouTube explanation. Sui. Sui need fire. Because a lot of things you can access.
I think, to cut it short, originally wanted to take you guys through it as you all to connect to Zoom so that you can see the screen. But anyway, I'm recording the Zoom session, so it's okay. I'll just go through it on my computer. If you cannot see, it's fine. You can see the recording later. So what Chin Hao has done is that he has created a page on brodeal.com. So if you go to other files, under repository, other files, retreat talks, and then if you click on it, you will see a list of all the retreat materials. There is from 2013 until 2022. So 2022 has one page on its own. If you click on it, it will open up the page where Brother Chin Hao has compiled all the materials, the textbooks that we use, the program, it's all here. And then he has done all the recordings listed in a table format, audio MP3 on the first column, and then the day and time that was recorded, followed by YouTube, and also the word of the YouTube title would be an high-level outline of what was discussed. If you can't fit in one line, we will have subsequent headings below, like fire sermon, Paticca Samuppada, or whatever you found interesting. If we miss anything and you think it's important, do take note of the timing. We might want to crop a MIDI video out of it, and then we'll put the title in there as part of the outline to help other readers. And then there's also the photo of the whiteboard for each session. Before we wrap off, we have put the photo in there. Okay. Then if you go to YouTube, if you search youtube.com Brodeal, you'll come to a page. We notice that the playlist function is underutilized. So if you click on playlist, you will see compilation, like many talks that are of the same topic strung together into one list. So there are two that we want to highlight. There's a Heart Sutra 2020. There are 100 videos in this playlist. It covers the whole Heart Sutra over 8 months. So we highly recommend that if you need thorough revision.
Yeah, each of the video is take about 2 hours, so it's not mini YouTube. It's a full videos.
Yeah. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday class for 8 months. It's strung together in 100 videos. Then for this retreat, we have a retreat talk playlist. So it's still work in progress. Like today's video, we haven't put it up there. So we'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to get it organized, but it will all be strung together so you can listen from the first day until the last day.
There's one more thing I want to highlight is that when we send out the YouTube, I notice a lot of people they will just click on the pictures of the in the WhatsApp. When you click on the picture of the WhatsApp, which is the good morning YouTube, it will only display the video on the WhatsApp. Okay, whereas what you should do is that you should click on the hyperlink. Okay, the hyperlink, because it will direct you to the YouTube app. Okay, with the YouTube app, you were able to see the more detailed information, whereby when you're able to click the more, you will see the MP3, you know, all the links, the reference and whatsoever. Okay, which you can't see in the WhatsApp if you click on the video alone. Okay. Yeah, hyperlink, the hyperlink. Okay, that's how where you're able to download the MP3. All right, and also refer to any of the notes or books and with the hyperlinks in the YouTube.
And for some of the videos, we created chapters so you can jump straight to the chanting. Like you only can see these details of the video when you click it using the blue color words instead of the picture of the YouTube, and then you click show more details.
And that's really have to thanks to Sister Sophie, because she make a lot of efforts to itemize. This is like itemized in the YouTube, whereby when you click on referring to certain part that you like, you click on that, you will straight away go to the particular portions. Okay, anything else? No.
Yeah, we covered.
Okay, let us rejoice and transform our rates, then we finish. After that, we have to keep our things on. We are no more coming back. We have to, don't worry about late sleep. Tomorrow, no need so early. You can 6:30, the breakfast, 6:40, the breakfast is 6:40.
7:30.
Breakfast 7:30. Oh, morning exercise 6:40. You can still under 7. They have a good rest. Their driver, especially driver, must do. They have a good rest. No need to hurry. Then we take our time, have our breakfast, then final cleaning and packing. So today, spend a bit more time, maybe until 10:30 or what. Clean, wrap up everything, put back properly. Then we clean the whiteboard, everything. Yeah. Okay. I also have to pack my things. Sue also have to pack. Then yes.
Yeah, sorry.
One announcement about our blanket, no, the bed sheet and the pillowcase. Fold it, and I will prepare some plastic bag outside room 207. Don't bring down, because tomorrow they have a lot of guests coming in. So put outside room 207. The helpers will come out to help to bring down and send to the laundry. No, outside. Outside. Then after we leave, put in after room 207 is empty, so you put everything inside. Because they are packing, they have to clean their room first. So you leave it inside 207, then they will come and help us to bring down and send to the laundry.
No. The plastic bag will be there. The plastic bag will be at 207. You go and get the plastic bag, put your thing, then leave it outside there. Understand? Then when the 207 room people all ship out already, then we can bring the bag in. Yeah.
We have 13 minus 2, so 11 people online. Yeah. Brother Jiwei, Sister Amy, Miss Lee, Sister Joyce, Sister Karen, Sister Mi Fong, Sister Bo Ching, Sister Stephanie, Sister Susan, Brother Sui An, Sister Tammy.
Oh, sadhu. Sadhu.
And then I have messages here. Sister Joyce was saying sadhu, Pamasuri, and all involved with hands folded in palms.
Sadhu.
And then she mentioned, Brother Teo, sadhu, can I share a bit only if there is time?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Joyce,
Sister Joyce,
come in.
you got permission.
Joyce, come in. Joyce, are you there?
Good evening, Brother Teo.
Oh, sadhu. Nice to hear your voice after Sunday.
Good evening, everyone. Sadhu, you
Yeah.
all are very fortunate to be able to be there in person, which I do not have the karma, the affinity to do that.
Meant to be.
And I think I just want to say a few very light-hearted story. If everyone is interested to hear them.
Yeah, sadhu, sadhu.
All right, I think you all know that I was on my way up to Cameron Highland.
Yes.
2 days ago, and I was pretty sure I would be there, and I was quite determined that I want to be there.
Yeah.
Right, and of course, halfway through, it was very nice of Brother Tim to highlight a few things to me, and I thought that my husband should know about it. And I did tell him. I said, "Oh, by the way, they actually have a COVID case there." I wasn't very worried about that, but I thought that for him to drive me all the way to Cameron Highlands, and just to drop me off, I think not many husbands can do that.
Yes.
So I should be very appreciative. So I think sometimes the truth should be. You should have some harmony in the family.
Yes, harmony.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, so there's a COVID test, a COVID case now. So the first reaction is, oh my God, my husband. I don't think you should go.
Oh, no wonder.
I said, oh, okay. So what shall we do? Jayanta is waiting for me in Ipoh. Try to, that kind of thing. And he says, no, I don't think you should go. I said, okay, no problem. Don't go. Never mind. No issue. No issue. Yeah. As much as I would say, I want to go.
Yeah.
But I say, nah, okay, no worries, but he did his part, I should do my part.
Yes.
Right. And you know what happened? Now, this is the nice part about it. The Sankara, all the works of it. We went to Ipoh. We actually went to Ipoh. Since we're already halfway through, right? So we kind of like, okay, I said, okay, people say, okay, let's just go to Ipoh. We just go and eat and walk around. And I said, okay, fine, that's suitable. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
And mind you, we all have we went for our coffee, we went for our toast bread.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then Misha was driving, and then we went shopping.
Wow, sadhu.
And while I was shopping, Clifford was very nice. He said, hey, here the things are not quite cheap. So maybe you would like to have a look at it. I said, yeah, sure. That's my specialty. And I'll tell you this very funny situation. I was shopping. I was very happy. I was buying. I was very happy. But at the back of my mind, wow, if I was in the retreat, this would not happen.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm in the retreat, this would not happen. But it felt so good having to do shopping. You know what I'm saying? It felt so good, But at the same breath, I also kind of like aware of the fact that the benefits and the non-benefits and things like that. So it's kind of like you're dealing with the duality of satisfactory and unsatisfactory.
To me actually is out of concern, love and compassion for people, he must not go. They say in order not to have misunderstanding, understand? We are just sacrifice, echo and flow. And now I got something to add, then you will understand. I actually didn't worry about all this. So I want to text to Pamasuri that you are coming up. Then I include that group. We all got Brother Teo and family and Brother Teo and family, so that I don't have to text so many, so that my wife know, my daughter know, then Brother Teo know. Brother Teo not supposed to know. Then she saw, she out of concern, send that caution statement. Then I find it very good. I said, this is good. Then what I did was, Joyce, I forward to Jayanta. Then down there, I put, please advise Joyce appropriately or accordingly. Means based on his medical background, I was saying, if Brother Teo write was not enough, add something. Then only like inform Joyce. Then after that, I want to let you know what I did, means how I informed Jayanta. So I click and forward now. But the second statement, accordingly, Jayanta's name not there, just sent by me. So when Joy received, she thought, because Brother Teo's concern, I said, she thought Brother Teo supposed to advise her accordingly. So I knew it. I said, yeah, meant to be, never mind, see how. Then luckily, I saw on the WhatsApp, Joyce were having the like want to write thing, you can see on. Oh, very long, cannot come out. Then after that, I think 5 or 10 minutes later, oh, don't worry, we decide not to go there because for Clifford's sake, see, meant to be, turned out beautiful. So Joyce, sorry, I made that mistake.
Oh no, not at all, not at all, Brother Teo.
I should have actually make it clear. Brother Teo was something to add.
Actually, that message was, I saw Brother Teo's message while I was sitting at doing meditation.
Oh, sadhu.
So it's something
inside there.
Inside it's out of sincere concern.
What the help? What the help?
You must follow this.
Yeah, follow this very minimum SOP. Because she told us she's staying in the hotel outside.
Yeah.
So Brother Teo just say mask, understand? Then wash your hand. Then be careful. So these are very direct and very good.
I also end the message is with the rest is nature's cause.
Correct.
You
Yes.
come here, you cannot.
Yeah.
That's nature.
Yeah, correct. That's why that's
sorry. No negativity out of this.
Don't worry.
No, not to worry. Not to worry, Brother Teo. I truly appreciate the SOP.
Yeah.
But the actual reason is that I think as a wife and as a mother, and I should do my duty.
Yes.
Worried. I don't want to go there and he go back home and he's
worried. That worry so much at home.
Yeah. Even though I had got COVID,
dry up, dry down.
And no joke, But nevertheless, I want to thank everybody, Pamasuri, for organizing this. I'm so sorry, Pamasuri. I wish I could be there, and also for all those involved in this Zoom, where we are again. I mean, I used to organize Zoom, but now I'm the one attending the Zoom. That's very nice for a change.
Yeah.
And definitely in some ways, this Zoom retreat has benefited me in certain areas because I wasn't in the Zoom all the time, but on certain days, because my brother-in-law from the UK is in town. But thank you, Brother Teo, for giving us this opportunity, especially to Zoom in live, which is very important. And also to thank Sui, Tracy, and Chin Hao. And of course, the main organizer, Pamasuri, Sui An, and all those. I have been there, so I know. So, great job. Great job, everybody. So have a safe trip back home tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
The other thing, we must also thank Sampo Temple because they will subscribe for the Wi-Fi.
Oh, really?
The Wi-Fi, last time the signal here very bad one. Before I come out, Pamasuri told me, I said, cannot, but the signal also go. So I know where we came before, no signal. Then I told Padmasuri earlier on, actually, I said, check whether they got account or not. If they got account, the Wi-Fi is fast enough. When my house one is just the Unify. So then somehow we didn't get the thing established. So Padmasuri said, cannot another till there's no signal. Because she don't know the password. So because of that, we didn't know there were Wi-Fi. So it turned out to be a blessing indeed. That's why your parami very good. Because of the Zoom, the Wi-Fi, we should thank Sampo so that all this become possible. That's why it's meant to be will be.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Develop the faith, accord and flow, resolve, and resolve issue, move on, act according to wisdom, understanding, then be sensitive. Don't force a situation. If the way I share, I say you must remember, you must sit, you think you will attend my class, because for me, I established Kaya mentorship is because what? So that you can go any Buddhist society, so you can attend any Buddhist activity. You don't have to identify, oh, I brother Teo and I cannot go to yours. So a lot of these things, when you understand, you will have the flexibility to accord and flow and develop with understanding. So thank you so much, Joyce. Sadhu.
Welcome,
Sadhu.
and have a good night,
Okay,
everybody.
we share merit, we transfer merit now. Akasata cha bhumata devanaga mahitika punyam tang anoditva rakantu lokasasana Itawata Chamhi Sampadang Punya Sampadang Sabbe Deva Anumodantu Sabba Sampati Siddhya Tidang Meya Tidang Hotu Sukita Hontu Nyatayo Tidang Meya Tidang Hotu Sukita Hontu Nyatayo Idang Meya Tidang Hotu Sukita Hontu Nyatayo Devo Satukalena Sasa Sampati Hetocha Hito Bhava Dolokocha Raja Bhava Dhaniko Imina Punya Kamena Mahame Bala Samagamo Saddha Samagamo Hotu Yawa Niva Bhajiya Sadhu Sadhu. Okay, pay homage mindfully with the faith, Lord Buddha, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, and all the great beings nature. My daughter say, pay respect to me. Okay, yeah.
Second bow. Third bow.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So I have said my pure wish. May it arise a causes and conditions for you all to realize your good and noble wishes. And may you walk the path of Dhamma sincerely with faith and persevere so that you can also realize these beautiful teachings. Sadhu,
sadhu, sadhu.
Okay.
We forgot something to ask for forgiveness or do it tomorrow.
刚才不是做了吗？跟法占师傅，你 include my name 嘛，你快做下来。呀，做了因为你 include my name 嘛，跟 brother 掉，我做下来，因为我站错了，我不敢做上来了。But don't worry, all those who have the Dhamma, they will have forgive. As long as you ask, it neutralized straight away. But don't worry, as Kalamita, very unlikely you will do that type of thing. Understand? But don't worry, it's good practice, off and on. whomsoever have a decent past, knowingly or unknowingly, ask for forgiveness. Because that one can also include all the great beings, enlightened beings. Okay.
Sister Susan sent a message. Sadhu, Brother Teo, Mrs. Teo, and all Kayana Mitas, like to express my sincere gratitude to you for opportunity to zoom in on the sessions. Much understanding had arisen over the days. Most importantly were the little realizations and awakening to the Dharma. It certainly opened my heart to the truth and the right way. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Very good. Okay, we can back now.